43 months. Yay.
Frank, jeez.
Woo.
My
Thank
goodness.
you, and that's
Way to show us
incredible.
all up.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed.
I'm impressed for the both of us then. That's
Wait, 43 months.
43 months.
So is that like 3 months? 3 years?
Well,
3 years, 7 months.
And
Are you an OG?
Oh,
well.
Frank's
It's
always
got the
been
first.
OG.
Well, you know.
Well, before Jordan, I mean, like an OG follower.
Yeah, look at this hair. I'm pretty much OG.
That's awesome. That's from playing with us. That's strictly
Yes,
dealing with Dan. And yeah.
Go back to like episode 50 and see.
He wasn't like that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Frank. That's so cool. All right. So, hi, chat. By the way, hello.
I was gonna say, did we say hello to chat?
Hello. We get swept up in 43 months. That's amazing. Boop. Right. So we've got oh, thank you, staff.
27. I'm sorry.
It's still impressive. I was gonna joke like, "Oh, that's cute," but it's really amazing. That's over 2 years. That's really amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. Yeah. So we're waiting on one other player. We'll give her, a few more, like maybe up to 5 minutes or so, to see if she's able to cruise in. Got all the command stuff ready. There's no opening scene because I was going to do that today, and today was absolutely absurd. But I mean, do we need an opening scene? We know where we're at. We are in a crazy town battle. In fact, I'm going to open up one of your tokens here. So map up.
Been a busy week for Madbird. We got birthdays flying in all over the place.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, man. I forgot about this, Master. That the beholder zombie came in, or the beholder zombies, but you all crushed. Oh yeah, Brewer came in and hacked that one to bits. That's right. We got our friends here. Yes. All right, I'm actually gonna step up real quick and fix something over there before it becomes a problem. While we're waiting for Sam, so I'll be right back. Super quick.
Okay.
Hey, chat. What's up? You up?
Whoa. Wow, that is a personal question and probably against Twitch TOS.
Are you awake? Not napping on the job.
And then?
And then whatever.
I still need to convert to D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you do. Get with it.
I've been busy all summer, okay? Ugh. This is like the first Friday that I don't have to worry about anything.
Now that you've got your mother, subdued and locked up.
Yeah, it's really a shame.
Yep.
Let's get an F in chat for Mariah's mom.
Steph, no! Don't do that!
Let's go for it.
No! Chat,
F
don't
in
listen to
chat
her.
for Mariah's mom.
No!
For her rib. Her ribs broke.
Right,
So.
yeah, her ribs broke.
Shut it down! Shut it down.
Reminds me, I haven't had ribs in a while. Jeez.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Like nice.
Yeah.
Smoked, especially.
Smoked. Oh yeah. Falls off the bone.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm hungry too, so I'm lost.
Did you not eat?
No, I've had a very poor self-care day. It's been so crazy. I had a quarter of a meal replacement bar and a small plate of like homemade mac and cheese I made for dinner yesterday. I know, but I'm having a drink of alcohol now and some coffee.
Dan.
So that's good, right?
That is not a healthy balanced meal.
Not at all.
Man.
I tend to eat really healthy, balanced meals now. I really do. I suss it all out, my fitness pal, and I have my macros I've got to hit and all that other stuff. But today, not one of those days. But yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good.
I'm making myself eat small portions, so like one portion,
Mm-hmm.
because I tend to eat a lot, overeat, and I'm just like, oh, okay. This is because I'm not happy with my weight. I'm not happy with my body at all. I don't think anybody is, but I'm like, okay, I could take control of it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Oh,
good.
Speaking of the game, can somebody catch me up on what happened last week?
Oh, I'm.
Let's see. Pew
Battle.
pew pew
Battle.
pew. Legendary action.
That's-
Legendary action.
that's
Pew
it.
pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Did anybody die?
No,
Did
no
I
one's
die?
dead. No,
No.
no one's dead.
Okay, good.
It
You've
came-
done some good healing. You came in clutch with some
Mhm.
healing.
Yes.
You healed real good.
There was the great counterspell standoff.
Oh
Yes.
my
Did you
gosh, I
roll-
forgot. That
Hang
was
on.
incredible.
Did you roll a natural 20, Dan? If it was a standoff?
No, it was just there's this sort of mechanic that boop, what's his name? Earthgrip, Garton has, where
Garton.
these other people arrived, these deathlock, whatever they are, and a couple of undead beholders. Anyway, they're in here specifically to like counterspell harmful spells toward him. That's like his crew. And so it was incredible. It was Mort, Aaronwin, and Ivania. So he started to go to cast. I think he was casting something, right? Garton was.
Oh, I forget
Yeah.
that sorcerers have counterspell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Garton begins casting this really. I'm like, it looks like a gnarly spell. And there's like one counter spell. I think Aaronwin starts, and then one of these people counterspells, or I think it was Mort first that counterspelled. One
Somebody
counterspell.
Yeah, Erwin first, and then one of the Legion nutjobs counterspelled that. Then I counterspelled that. Then we had Melissa counterspell the other one.
Yeah.
A lot of
It was a
counters.
Quentin Tarantino guns blazing.
Mhm.
Incredible. Six counterspells in total in a row. And Garden managed to get the spell off. But it was incredible. And it revealed the mechanic. So that's cool. That's good to go. You got a heads up on it now. All right, let's see. So it looks like, where were we? I know we weren't quite at the end, right? Were we on Garton?
I do think it was Garton's turn, yeah.
Okay.
I think he just took his turn.
I feel like he had like an action left or something, Dan.
Okay, you know what? I will quickly meet you. I'll quickly review. I'm going to mute the desktop here as I go to.
Dan
Bless
reads
you.
his notes. Fine, so he doesn't have notes.
They're blank. It's an empty doc. Yeah. Oh, where'd they go? All right. Bless you.
I think that you were because you did his turn, and then I think you were ending, and then you were like, oh wait, he still has there was still something to do.
Entirely possible. All right. Why is this? I'm watching this quickly. No, that's not it. Here we go. Oh my goodness, folks. Let's see. Oh yes, it's gnarly. Where are we? Oh, where we got Rowan's turn back. Divine. All right, let's see. Here we go. We're at it. Come on, Dan. Spit it the F out. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, he did that. I forget what the spell's called, but like if you have fewer than 100 hit points left, you die. He tried that on Garrick. That is... Oh, that's... Right. That was a legendary action. Oh, right, and he's like, yeah, Ythazz wants his plaything back. He's gonna have you back, Kaylin, like a puppet. Mm-hmm. Oh, dance little puppet. Yeah, okay, it's his turn. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and he was like, can't wait, something about Ythazz having his hand up your ass and you're a puppet. Yeah, something like that. Awesome. Oh, and just enough time. We've got Sam. Nice. Hi, Sam. Nice. There we go. That's sure. Yeah. Nice. Well, my pants are up. I don't get it. Why? Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes. Many a die. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I've been letting so many people use them lately. I'm like, you know what? I should probably clean them. So.
Nice. Well, perfect timing. I just had to go back and check. Garton had used a legendary action, and then it became his turn. Before doing anything, he sass talked Kaylin about being a puppet, and Ythazz controlling her and all that. And right, man, I think it might have been disintegrate. Excuse me. And Garton's looking hurt though, so that's something.
Yeah, he's been on heavy for like 8 turns.
Yep, he's healed himself once straight up with a potion, and I'll say you probably notice here and there with certain things he does. It's like little tiny bits of wounds heal up slightly. Nothing major, not like the healing potion, but there's certain actions he seems to take, and if they do damage, they seem to help him recover just a small amount.
Good Lord.
I know, he's a turd. He really is. Okay, so... Oh, right, the old consume magic. No, he did that the other day. Last week. Oof.
Okay, Roger's Hold, right?
Yes.
Yes, yep. There should be 2, but it's just the Roger's Hold one, because there's no more portal in the back. It's closed. Alright. Let me see. 3.
If you go to your character sheet and you double click on your figure on the right, then it just brings up the map that you're on.
Really? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Warren.
The more you know.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Just get back in, set the tone. We're here. well below the earth in the ancient dwarven city of Kaldor, ruling down in Ogre's Hold. Garton Earthgrip has succeeded in his diversion tactics, allowing Ythazz, who is now sort of in charge of Garton, to do whatever Ythazz wanted to do with that portal back at the keep, overrun the keep, create some brute force portal somewhere, and walk through with a warforged crystalline heart brought to life by blood of shaker. I can't remember how much I revealed, so I don't want to say too much with that. But and he threw it, and then he followed in through the portal. Here we're in the prison. Garton's a nasty piece of work. Draining life, legendary actions, a whole team now, these Deathlock masterminds that have come in, and 2 zombie beholders. Thankfully,
oh yeah, and the sixfold counter
that was incredible. Oh yeah. Mort was Frankovich. I was like, oh, that's right. That's so cool. However, around the corner last round, and then bursting into the room this round, Fhenhold and Lilith Cast Fury, leading a charge, clearing out enemies behind you all throughout the hall and holding off the hordes that remain out there. Here to assist when Fhenhold arrived, he single-handedly slashed down a zombie beholder. Incredible times. Now, at the very end of our last session, Garton taunted Kaelin, but used a legendary action to try and use... I'm sorry. That's, a very nasty spell on Garrick. One that just, if you have fewer than 100 hit points, you just drop dead, and that's it. Period. Which Garrick resisted. Shrugged off. Not a problem for Garrick. And that left us with him taunting Kaelin, and now going to Garton's turn. While he was then taunting Kaelin, he is sort of in a Henry Cavill Mission Impossible way, kind of thrusting his fists, like, but as he's doing it, he's making different finger and hand symbols with each time, and you see, he's a fairly hairy individual. You see the hair in the back of his hand start to rise as he does this, and then electricity starts to arc across his hands and up his arms. Before he takes his warhammer and turns it heavy weapon side down, holding it by the end of the handle and slamming it into the ground. Casting this crazy chain lightning that starts arcing from one person to another, to another, to another. So can I please have, let's see, it's 3, but at this level it's 4. So that's 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. May I please have Rowan, Devanya, which I'll do, Rain, Mort, and Aaronwyn make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh gosh.
Devanya and Rain have half cover.
And okay, yeah, that's right. From your
On Galen's turn, she gave Devanya and Rain a half cover, which gives them +2 to Dex, Rain, and +2 to AC.
Nice.
Hey.
All right.
And we have a +5 from Rowan.
Correct.
Is that the one that's still up, or was it just advantage that was still up?
The advantage is gone. The +5 is still
up. Okay. All right. I will roll.
Dex save.
Dex save.
Steph, you said +2 to AC and Dex.
So you get to add an additional 2.
That's just Dex save, correct? Okay.
And then you also get a +5 because Rowan is a freaking awesome paladin who has this massive aura.
Yeah.
So it's a +7 for you total.
Oh, I rolled a 1 for Divine.
Yeah, and the +2 to Dex, Rain. The +2 to Dex is for the saving throw. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So roll your Dex saving throws, and Rain and who else? Aaron?
Devanya.
Oh, Rain and Devanya. All right, just Rain and Devanya can add 7. Everyone else can add 5 instead. right, Devanya ends up with a 6. More. You rolled a 1 as well. Oh.
Yep. So for a total of 8.
Okay.
So
Oh no.
that should be +5. So
Plus 7 actually for you, because you have 5
7?
from Rowan. They gave you that
Okay,
5,
so
and then 2 from whoever else. So
Kaylin.
23 dex save.
it'll be a 26 because it's 19 is your roll, and then you'll add 7 to that.
Oh, +7. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let's
I've
see.
played D&D
Rowan,
before.
what's your dex save?
26.
Nice. Okay.
26 buddies.
Devanya unfortunately rolled a natural 1 for plus whatever that is, 8. Rain, yours was 26. Mort, unfortunately, not enough. And Erwin, your total?
22.
Oh, okay.
Wait, 1 second.
Oh,
Wait, no, sorry, 23.
what's up, Garrick?
The beholder is looking at Erwin, right?
Zombie beholders don't have an anti-magic con.
It is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, that would have been.
That actually would have been really bad for me, but thank you.
Nice. No, yeah, it's good. It's good to know. Okay, so it is Rowan and Rain that save. Everyone else, unfortunately, fails as chain lightning dances through. Erwin, do you have resistance to lightning damage?
I have not only do I have resistance to lightning, but since I'm still in my arcane exemplar form, I have resistance to all spell damage. So I take a quarter.
Okay, nice. All right, so I'm just going to roll damage here, and then I'll have you all enter it in your character sheets here. Okay, full damage. For anyone taking full damage, it's 46 points of lightning damage. As you get jolts
Okay.
at...
Hold on. Sorry, I had forgotten.
No,
My aura of
Something,
Hoarding
yeah.
is still up, so we have resistance to damage from spells.
Oh,
All of
okay.
us.
All of us take,
Nice.
you're right, half. So you're down to 8.
I take
8
half.
damage.
Half of a
Yeah. Well, I don't think that those stack. I think you're exemplar from
Yeah.
the other hand, but still, that'd be really cool. But for everyone else, then, that's only... So, max...
23.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. 23 points of lightning damage to those that failed and have nothing, because Rowan is giving you half off. Half off bargain.
Half off.
It's
Eric,
23,
where
so then
is
half
let's see.
of 23 is
I think we're rounding up, so
5,
probably
10,
be
15,
12.
20. Dan,
12.
Kayla's
And then
saying-
half of 12 again because of Rowan's thing.
Oh, just 6. Mm-hmm.
He took
Nice.
6 points of damage.
Awesome.
Dan,
You have a
Devanya took full damage, right? Or I mean, like was
Correct.
supposed to take full damage,
Mhm.
but then got it halved. I'm gonna go ahead and use a psionic die for protective field, and get some of that reduced a bit.
Okay.
Okay, all right. That's 10. It gets reduced by 10.
Nice. Okay, so she only takes 13, which, she's hurting, but it's helped her a good bit. Everyone else was able to put in their thing, right? So it's 23 if you failed, because it's half damage. And then if you have any resistance on that, it would be whatever we said, 12. And
12,
then
right.
for Erwin, it's
I took 6 points of damage.
6 points
on
of damage.
it.
from
Chain
that.
lightning.
you almost like you channel it through like what's her name?
Zuko.
Yeah. Like this, and you know
Down
what to
through
do.
the stomach and up.
That's awesome. Let's see. All right. Oh, really? Oh, that wouldn't be cool. All right. That one's ticked off. And he's got that. Where's that? There's an action separate from this that he gets. Yeah, nope, he used that. Does not recharge till the long rest, so you're all spared from the arcane cataclysm. Okay, and he's just going to, he has an action to use this staff thing. So he's going to hold out, point the staff towards Garrick, and attempt to hit you with magical force. That's not right. Yeah, that's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. It's an arcane blast that he innately gets to use.
He's gonna cover me with an arcane blast from his staff.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
it's a crit.
Oh, well, this is thankfully much better than the staff. The staff's damage is like 80 times worse. So I was like, that can't be right. That can't be a second action after a spell. Okay. Well, let's see. You've been very resilient so far. The arcane, the lightning energy dances around, striking the floors and walls around you, not touching you. And then cutting through that lightning energy is this quick arcane blast, just dealing 19 points of damage. Seems to really, get you between some portions of your protective layers.
Is that halved due to resistance?
Yes, this would be a spell. A magic thing. So that would be 10. So subtract, please, from your character sheet and fantasy grounds, 9 points, because that should have only been half that. Thank you. All right, so Garton said his piece and all this other silly stuff. I'll get some music up for us here in a moment. That brings us down to Rain, and then Garrick, you will be right after Rain. All right, Rain.
All right,
you're
so
up. You're at half hit points too. Oh no!
Wow. Who
Garton
was that?
it's Garton.
Who was that?
He's getting into the zone.
somebody clip that.
That's amazing. I love it.
Well,
Rain's spirit
Instagram
rises.
reel.
And he never
Anyway,
gonna get
Dan, how many spell slots do I have left?
You had none checked off, so I figured you had all. So I only checked off the ones I've used. They'll be in your actions tab. You still have your 9th, your 8th, your 7th, and your 6th. I only used 1 2nd level spell and 1 5th level spell so far. I've been careful.
Okay, so this is correct.
Correct. Yes. Yep.
Okay, I was not prepared because I did not know where I was at in the.
No worries. That's my bad. I should have.
Also, I don't have the map. Wait. Yeah. Or is this
if
just
you
theater
double
of the
click,
mind?
no, if you double click on your token at the top right of your character sheet, it'll pop up in the map you're in.
I must have not updated Fantasy Grounds, so
shame. All right.
Also, you do have spiritual weapon up still.
Yes.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was gonna be my second question. So bonus act, where is my spiritual weapon?
I believe it's effectively in this room you're in, this wide rectangular room with all the jail cells. It's in the top right. I'll drop a token in here and wait, isn't it in here somewhere?
So I'm going to bonus action move my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I don't remember what level I casted at, so
2nd, just base level.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So your token's in there now. In the spot. I'm just going to enlarge a little bit because I think you made it large.
I see it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Easy to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So bonus action. So I'm gonna. No, move it right here. I'm gonna check this the mastermind number 1.
Okay.
So.
Putting in zoomer.
1d8 plus 6. So no, it's 2d. Is it 2d8?
What?
2d8?
For which spell?
Spiritual weapon. Wait. If you cast the spell using the third, never mind. It's 1d8. Okay. So I haven't updated my stat, so I'm going off of. Nope, not Speak with Dead.
It's 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah. So that'll be 6. Yeah, but it's not. Plus 2. And so that's plus 2. So that'll be 8.
Oh, okay,
Damage.
nice. And this is to the number.
Wait, it's my
3?
spell casting ability modifier.
Mhm.
So wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll be. Wait, I feel like that should be higher. I'll double check, but so.
Okay.
What's your wisdom
I'll double
score?
check on that.
It's +2 in
It's a
fantasy
plus
grounds.
2.
But it'd be something to check wherever. I think you have a lot in Dex instead. I'm sorry, was
Yeah,
it Deathlock
but
Mastermind number 3?
No, number 1.
Okay.
Where am I?
Ooh, all right, and that was 9. It's looking, that particular mastermind's looking very close to death.
Okay.
As your raven pecks at it, pulls one of its eyes out.
Okay. So I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move it closer to Garthon. And then for my action, that was my bonus action. Where am I? Okay, so 5, 10, 15. I am going to cast Inflict Wounds at 4th level on the Dead Beholder. Beholder zombie number 1.
Okay.
I'm in its melee, yep. So I said 4th level, right?
Yes. Good.
So that will be second, 4, 5, 6d10 necrotic.
Nice. Okay.
And it's melee spell attack. Yep. Okay. Just making sure.
Beautiful.
6. Wait. 1, 2. I think I got 6, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yep.
22 points of necrotic damage
You have
to
to
that
roll.
beholder.
You have to roll to hit first.
Oh. Whoops.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a 6. So.
That's your
Plus your spell attack bonus, which is
12.
6 plus
The last time I checked
2.
was.
Another 8. So be 14. Which, yeah, unfortunately doesn't hit you. You feel the intensity of this spell building. You go to cast it. And there's just this intense aura of magic in the air. It seems to not stay focused between you and the hitting the beholder. You're in the beholder, so I'm just going to move you. Let me know which spot you actually want, because you're in its space.
Right there.
Yeah, this is on it.
Well,
that's in its space. So it could be here, like here, or here, wherever.
Well, I have to be in melee of it.
This is melee. That's like inside its mouth.
Don't want to be there.
But...
It's been a minute.
It's okay.
It's been a
fine.
minute. Oh my gosh.
And Garrick,
Like
again, you'll be
Ashley.
up next.
Yeah, that is it.
Okay. All right, almost. Okay, that brings us over to Garrick. Let's see, blueberries after that, but then Kaylin. Blueberry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Garrick. After Rain's turn, but just before yours. I'm just gonna pop up yours super quick. Let's see. Yeah. That's what. Yep, that's his round. Okay. He's going to who's this? That's let me super quickly check the range on this. 60. Oh no, 60 feet. You know what? Go ahead, Garrick. He's thinking on what he's gonna do with this. Your turn.
Oh no.
That's just something to keep in the back of your head.
Yeah. Not a pending storm cloud. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Okay. Garrick is going to move into melee with the Deathlock Mastermind number 5. Dan, I've pre-rolled my attacks with my Shadow Blade. Does 26 hit?
Ooh, absolutely. Yep.
Okay. He's going to do 3 attacks. The first one hits, the other 2 don't, so I'm going to roll damage on that first attack.
Wow. Well, just so you know, the AC is a little bit on the medium to lower side in case you wanted to check. Unless you're positive.
I'm pretty positive, unless this AC is 10.
No. Okay.
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 Let's see. That's this one.
It looks up in surprise as you very nimbly step over.
Yeah, that's gonna be 10 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. This one's hurting. You put an extra hobble in its leg. How do you want to attack it? What do you want that to look like?
Let's do this. Since it's a Shadow Blade, he'll throw it up or he'll actually just let it drop. He'll run up the 5 feet to the Deathlock Mastermind, and then just do a stabbing motion, and it'll reappear in his hand as he stabs it.
Oh, nice! They're like, what? Oh! Awesome. Beautiful pierce through their chest. You just kind of you feel it slide across some bone in there. Starting to have trouble breathing. That's beautiful. Anything else for Garrick this turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right, Blueberry. Just before Blueberry does their thing, Garton has decided that well, gonna whisper. I mean, not whisper. He's gonna inject an arcane secret deep into the mind of Rain. A maddening secret.
Gosh.
An arcane secret. So where is it? It doesn't have a cool thing for it? Oh, that's a shame. Well, arcane secret, so reality bending, mind blowing, that there could be some an arcane charge attached to it. Okay, so Rain, can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Ha! I was gonna ask.
Plus
Oh, God.
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
So,
Rowan, you're so
well, I have
clutch.
a pretty high wisdom save, so.
Ooh, all right, 13 plus 5 is 18.
Oh gosh, I hope it's.
He's got a stupidly high
Yeah,
DC.
we already know
I
this.
jinxed myself saying, "Oh, I have a high wisdom score."
So, there's a couple factors to this. The hearing the secret makes you basically go off early. I don't know how else to say this. You have to expend a third. Hold on. What's this? You have to expend one of your spell slots of third level or lower. So it's descending. If you have a third level, that one goes. But if all the 3s are used up, then it's 2. So you blow a spell slot before you were prepared to, which is all right. All right, we're all.
So
people.
so basically, what you're saying that I've blown a third level. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and check that check that off if you haven't already. And this deals a certain amount of force damage as this triggers this arcane reaction in you. The spell slot's energy needs to go somewhere. So everyone within 30 feet. 15. 20,
I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's
That is one
5, 10,
powerful
15, 20, 30.
pre.
Yeah,
Oh
early,
my god!
early bluff. All right, so Kaylin, you're
Especially
out.
since it's the second time he's used it.
Really end up there.
Nice, Kaylin, you're safe. And so everyone else though will have to roll a let's see. Oh, no, it just does the damage because it's a surprise, I guess. So yeah.
Wait, do I take? Do I take?
So
the
you
damage?
need to roll 4d12, please, Rain.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, let
because
them be low. Let them be low.
Yeah, might be an underwhelming thing. Like, oh, you know, or...
you weren't muted before. So.
Okay. So that's 21 force damage.
Is this from a spell effect, Dan?
No, it's a legendary.
Because it's a spell slot that's been expended.
Nah, I gotta keep the integrity of his badness. All right, 21. I mean, it's force damage, which is magic. So I imagine that everyone's will be halved, and that which doesn't stack with yours, of course, Aaron Ren. But from Rowan, everyone's will be halved because it is magic damage. So instead of 21, I mean, again, we got to round up. So it would be 11 points of force damage. It also affects, of course, the baddies in the area. So I'm just
mine is specifically damage to resistance to damage from spells.
Okay, neat.
Yeah,
that's why I was.
So is Rowan's.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what my
Yeah,
aura is.
it doesn't stack. Yeah, but that's half damage for everyone. So just 11 points of force damage around the table, as well as you see it striking the zombie beholder, mastermind number 5. Mastermind number 5, Garrick, in front of you was already looking pretty bad after you dug your shadow blade into their chest, looking pretty severely bad at this point. And
Dan, by the way, I hit Garton with Chill Touch at the end on my last turn.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay, nice.
So if that was going to be like a healing thing, he cannot heal right now.
Neat. Nice. This blast, one of the upsides, though, it just radiates out warbling energy and air, striking everyone percussively. Mastermind 5 taking damage, Beholder Zombie 1 taking damage. Deathlock Mastermind number 1 is just blown across like a ragdoll across the top of this table over here, collapsing dead on the floor. So they seem. But we have to do a roll. Okay. Deathlock Mastermind number 1 somehow manages to stand back up, completely dislocated. Arm pops it back into place. It stands up. I mean, they're in death's door. There's like how they're even standing is a mystery. But beautiful action. Okay, I'm so sorry. So that's that for Garton. We have Blueberry, who sees this and it's like,
Bloobs.
Yeah, good old Bloobs is like, nope. I'm gonna get up in your face. Sorry. Let's see. All right, Bloobs, what you got? Do we have anything spell-wise? It's not really. All right, so Blueberry's been doing their combo here, so they're going to do the same. They're going to try and bite. I'm sorry, they claw first, don't they? Claw Garton. They'll run up 5, 10, and that hits. Wow, go Blueberry. All right. For some damage, yoink. And they're gonna try and claw a second time. I'll adjust that. It should be going through. Blueberry's magic. And then lastly, bite. Dig in with a nasty bite. Ooh, yeah, another
there you go.
Good thing. Go Blueberry. All right, that's so 20 points in total. Okay. Nice. All right, let me just adjust this. Okay, and that's the end of Blueberry's turn. We're going up to Kaylin's turn. Fhenhold's next, then a bunch of the Deathlocks, but Erwin will be next NPC, like, that's here. PC, after Kaylin. Kaylin, what you got?
Great.
From
We're just gonna
Ythazz's hand up
just
your butt.
yeah, we're just gonna wail on this mother. That's gonna wail. So yeah, with the Stormforge hammer.
Ooh.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not going to hit. That's a 15 for the first one.
Yeah,
no.
You've got this, Kaylin.
Okay, that's a 29 for the second.
Hit. Yeah.
And that is 15 bludgeoning damage for that one.
Ooh. Okay.
And that is 30 to hit for the third attack.
That'll hit.
And you know what? We're going to try a little 1-2 punch, I think. Yeah, where is that one that wasn't that one? Was it Teleport Master? No. Indomitable. Strike was something else. Labeling options, martial archetype.
As you're looking that up, Fhenhold speaks in everyone's minds with the spell that you've all cast upon yourselves. So strictly to your minds, just shares. Oh no, Rowan, that's right. We've got to include you. I need to send you a message because I had a thought, and I should have done that this week, Dan. Okay, so almost everyone's minds. Where it says, Jacera, friends, we're cleared a path. We're holding off those that followed us here. Gosh, you can't say much because it's like a free action thing. But I have news on some of our comrades in the state of the city. That's really all he can say. So feel free, if anyone wants to, along the way, to add a free action to talk to one another or to talk to Fhenhold. He might be able to update you. It might not. I don't know that anything's going to affect what you're doing here, but just so you have dialogue if you want.
Sure. 7, 4, 11, 18. So that's 18 bludgeoning damage for the third hit, Dan. Okay. And using a psionic die for psionic strike.
You have. Is there a limit to those? And do you know like where you're at with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I have 2 left after this.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. It's more for me. I didn't know how.
I am keeping track.
Nice. What's the damage again?
That one is, well, it was 16 bludgeoning for the third hit. And 10. Yeah, 10 force damage.
Nice.
From the psionic strike. Mm-hmm. And I'm also, and since I use that psionic strike, I can pair the telekinetic thrust with it, and so he has to make that strength saving throw.
Oh, strength saving throw. Okay, What is this effect again?
This is, since I use the psionic strike, I get I can add the telekinetic thrust with my telekinetic adept.
Oh, okay.
And so strength saving throw plus
strength. Okay.
Bonus.
A 15, which I don't think succeeds.
Failed by 1. He has a 6. He had to beat a 16.
Nice.
So he is prone.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Nice. Well, let's take a Let's take a look. We've got Fhenhold up next. Then Deathlocks, and again, Aaron went right after that. Oh, that's tasty. Okay. I have different ambient. I was listening to that. I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't the battle one. So I'm gonna find the other one and send it to you all. We'll get it back up for viewers too. All right, Fhenhold. What you gonna do? Fhenhold. Well, I think obviously he has a personal stake in this. I don't think he can reach. Oh wait, he's right, a level 20 monk. Of course he can reach.
Oh, he can reach.
It's in his design. Nice. 10, 15, 20, 30. He might well sure 40. Yeah, if he gets to 50. Alright, so not quite there yet, but he's going to well, he's gonna go after this right, he doesn't know what's going on with these masterminds. He's gonna attack this zombie beholder. Okay. That's a hit. Oh my gosh, this zombie beholder is already pretty hurt. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. That's a hit. He's used up a number of his other things in that first one. Oops, that was supposed to be damaged again. Try again. Oh my gosh, okay. Ah, natural one, I'm so sorry. That's... Wow. Okay, he's got a really good modifier. Oh. And that one misses as well. I think as he runs into the room, yeah, he comes in and he's using, you know, his Daisho set, the kind of slash in this way, sheathes the sword and grabbing one of the shorter swords with the other hand and running through, and then sees, you know, catches a glimpse of you, Kaylin, Ysera, you know, also like crashing into Garton, and is just panning the room, looking into space and feeling the gravity of everything here with his friends, his lover, and his city at stake. Still doing a fair bit of damage to a now almost dead beholder. However, after Fhenhold's turn, let me just go down here to good old Garton. All right, this is this one costs no actions. It's two attacks with that, or one with the staff. Oof. Okay. Garton raises his staff. Oh, it's, you know, crushed by you. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he can do it prone. He can still attack. Raises his staff like he's gonna get up, but points it over towards Fhenhold.
I feel like it's disadvantage. He's prone.
I guess I'll take a look and see if prone has like disadvantage.
Let's see. Here, I'll look it up really quick. Conditions. Prone. A prone creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up and thereby ends the condition. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Thank you. All right, so they'll do that at disadvantage with this staff then. Click that button. Magic staff. Trying to hit Fhenhold at disadvantage is a miss. It's a 20, and that's a miss.
Oh, bless.
Really good design. Very hard body.
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
That's what she said.
Nice. Oh, awesome.
That's the only thing that's hard.
Woo!
Oh,
Amazing.
Oh.
Let's see. Is this a same thing? Well, whatever. I'm gonna switch over to this other sound here while we're doing it. Deathlock Mastermind number 1. like,
Uh-oh.
With their single hit point, they're going to look at. Let's roll for this. To Erwin, okay. And they're going to cast. Where was the thing that they had for this? Chill
guess they can't
touch.
cast it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
They reach down and like slowly put pull a glove off their hand, the skeletal right hand, and just push it down in through the stone of the ground and up from the ground around you, attempting to grab you is a large version of their skeletal hand trying to grip. They don't have like an. Oh, that was a pretty good roll though. Yeah, 23. It doesn't do too much damage.
The problem is I can't heal.
Right. Ooh. Okay.
So that's
it's this spell.
4 more damage.
It does 7 damage. Right. 4 damage. Yep. Because of.
And that's already been. Oh, it gave me 7.
Oh.
So I
subtract
get
the
it.
3. Yeah. If you would.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Math.
And you will be the next characters. We're gonna go through the other masterminds in this room. Undead bodies. This zombie creature. Garton chuckling and laying on the ground, firing his staff at people. Electricity dancing all over the battlefield. There's a lot of chaos here, and together though, you all fight this battle. You know the intensity. You know what's needed, what the stakes are, and you continue on. You feel that chill touch of the skeletal hand as it grasps you tight and then falls apart into bone and dissipates turns to dust when it touches the floor, but you feel that cold chill all the way down to your marrow. Deathlock number 2 is going to turn towards you, Mort, and attempt the same thing. So you see them casting a spell. It looks similar to the one that they just that the other one cast. If you caught that. Oh, that's a bad roll. 8. That misses. You see, them pull off the glove and reach down, but no hand at all comes up. You seem a bit dismayed. All right. Number 3 is going to turn towards Devanya and attempt that same thing. Chill touch on Devanya.
And she has a +2 to her AC.
Okay. Well, that's an 11. I'm not sure. I guess that hits, but it won't hit in this case because of thanks to the boost. That lasts how long? For a minute?
It lasts for 10 rounds a minute. Yeah.
So that's nice.
Unless I'm knocked unconscious.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. Again, dismayed, but we have backups, and this is why there are Garton has backups. Number 4 is going to look at you, Mort, and attempt to cast Chill Touch. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I guess that is.
Okay. Again, not too much damage here. They rolled a 5, so 5 points of damage, but the skeletal hand grips tight, and then leaves that chilling touch in your spine. And then Mastermind number 5 is going to peer over, watching all this unfold, to Devanya and attempt once more to cast a spell. Oh, yeah, that's probably a 23, so that'll hit for sure. Again, not dealing too much damage. 6 points of damage to... I'm sorry, these are halved. So, Mort, please reduce yours by, well, I guess 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to reduce Devanya's by 3, because hers was 6. Okay, thank you, Rowan. All right. However, Mort, Erwin, and Devanya will not be able to regain any hit points until the next round. Garton definitely looking more and more hurt progressively. Like, he's not on death's door, but he's in a really bad place. Once again, between this person's turn and Aaronwin's, uses one of his actions, the legendary actions. He's just gonna stick with this arcane blast for now. Oh no, he's gonna use the staff, right? Because he can do that. And he's going to target, let's see, the floor. Because I just threw that die on the floor.
Threw it down.
It's cannon. It's
and I
the
threw
floor.
it on the ground.
Nice. Let's see. That's that one is. I'm sorry. Where's my number? That's Aaronwin. Okay. All right. Anyway, I can't get. Don't get so invested, Dan. Stop. You got to be the bad guy. I know. I don't want to hit anyone.
You're not the bad guy. You're the ultimate neutral party.
Yes. Yes. This is. I like it. A container of earth. Well, what did you say last week? You're not a dirt bag. You're a...
Yeah.
That was amazing. It was so funny. Okay, sorry. So magic staff. Yeah, they're going to try and get you, Aaronwin. Garton is. I'm sorry. I have to roll this at disadvantage because he's still prone. So I'm going to roll one more time. That one obviously hits, but I need to do it a second time to see. Okay, but it's a disadvantage, so it's not the natural 20.
Right.
Now this is magic damage, so of course we'll reduce this. In fact, I will roll it in chat instead of on you, so that we can just take half. 38. So what's that?
17.
19.
No,
I think it's 19, right?
19.
Okay.
So it's damage from spell.
It is, yes. Mm-hmm.
But it does. But
Okay.
his spell reduction damage doesn't stack with my spell.
Yeah,
reduction
yeah, that's right.
damage.
You innately, you
Okay.
have your own. Okay.
Before we go any further,
Yes.
I know Blueberry's player isn't here, but Blueberry said their primary goal was to try and protect people.
Okay.
Blueberry has a reaction that would reduce this damage. I don't know if we want to I don't know if he would save it for Garton's turn, but somewhere in this turn, I think Blueberry would use the spectral corgis to reduce damage.
Okay.
Am I in range for that?
I think it's a pretty good range. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm 40.
I have a recollection of it being 60, but
I think it's 60. I will look. I think assessing Blueberry, I will definitely plug that in this round then. I think Blueberry sees like the damage that Aaron's at and isn't as concerned as some of the other players.
Okay.
Thank you, because that was not in my head at all.
So that was 19 damage I took?
Correct. 19 force damage. So if you don't mind adding that to your character sheet, please. That way.
I am not looking good. I am at half health.
Is your health correct in this? I think so, right? We're just all really high level. Yeah. Oh
That's
my
what
gosh.
happens.
It is. I love this. This is so exciting. You're all are like, oh my gosh. Okay. I will look at Blueberry's thing as we go down. So it becomes Aaronwin's turn. Now, Mort, you'll be the next. There'll be this there's another creature here that'll have a turn between you and Mort. Between Aaronwin and you. But you'll be the next PC, Mort. But Aaronwin, you're up for now. What you got?
Okay, double checking.
Yes.
I'm not going to do it this turn, but because it's my turn, I'm going to ask. I have my healing chocolate eggs. Is that a bonus action to nom one of those, or would it be an action?
I would say if you're feeding yourself, it's a bonus action, much like a thing. Mm-hmm.
Fair. Okay. Cool. I will remember that. And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level, which gives me 1 dart for everyone on the field.
Okay.
So, Garton takes... let's see. Garton takes 3 damage. The Deathlock Mastermind 1 takes 4. The Beholder Zombie takes also 4.
Okay.
Deathlock Mastermind 5 takes 3.
Ooh,
Mastermind 4 takes 4.
Oops.
Mastermind 2 takes 3. And Mastermind 3 takes 4.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting some. Oops, not wrong button, dude.
Oh, that wasn't much.
Still, it's doing some things. Some of these creatures are looking pretty bad, and so
That didn't take down anybody. They weren't close enough.
No, unfortunately, yeah. But it's edging closer.
Okay. And the my angry dragon claw hand that was on Earthgrip vanishes.
Oh, okay.
So chill touch no longer affects him.
Okay. All right, good.
Oh, really quick, Dan. Actually, is he considered undead? Because undead have disadvantages on attacks against me.
You didn't notice.
Or he did.
That. You didn't notice that. No, he doesn't appear
okay.
undead, and you didn't notice that doesn't affect.
Okay.
him. So you might think that he's not.
Okay. And I am gonna move. Over here. I'm flying along the ceiling.
Nice.
So I'm gonna move over there.
Again, just so you know, it's about a 10-foot ceiling, so it's
Yep.
still a little bit of room. You're
Yep.
sort of like back to the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's looking pretty hurt. Even under all of her sparkly runes, she's looking pretty hurt.
Okay.
And I can't, but she's still got. I can't heal.
Oh, right. Oh gosh, wait, yeah. Did you eat a thing? Because that, I guess that.
No,
wouldn't...
I could. No, I wasn't going to.
Oh, or you were asking. Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
Actually, I'm gonna stay like right.
Okay.
I'm gonna be over here, so I'm gonna stay within Rowan's aura. All right, that's around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That should be fine.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Very good. Right. Of course, Blueberry and Kaylin, there's that ogre zombie that's still sort of lolling about in that back room. Doesn't, kind of seems a little bit dazed, confused. The others ran through the portal. They're stuck over there. Doesn't do anything. So, Mort, you're up. And Rowan, you'll be next.
Okay, he's still prone, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So any ranged attacks would be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I have 1/5 level slot left. So I'll cast Big Beast Hand and put Big Beast Hand right next to him.
Nice.
And attack with the, what is the feature called on Big Beast Hands? The Clenched Fist. So that will be at advantage since he's prone. Right?
Yes. Any melee attacks within melee range while he's prone have advantage.
Okay. 20? 20's a miss, probably.
It's a miss. Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I'll just leave it there. All right. And for my bonus action, I will throw a mote at the Beholder Zombie 1.
Nice. Okay. Big, super bloodshot zombie eye. Almost makes it like a squash sound as it peers over towards you.
Okay, where is that? The Crown of Stars. Attack roll. 28.
That hits.
Alright, he's going to take 4d12 radiant.
Woo! Nice.
And goodbye, Mr. Beholder.
Ooh.
Nice.
Beautiful. What do you want this to look like? Is it's, a very satisfying kill? Likely.
After seeing the punch miss from Baby's head, he's looking at Garton, and he's just going to reach up, grab a mote, and just spin like almost, no look Just toss it at the beholder. Like the beholder's been there for like 3 rounds, so he knows exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
Like a shuriken throw.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Fires through. Just almost feeling like sort of sinks into the like in the corner of its eye, which is just a big portion on the front of its body, and sinks in. You hear like a boom inside, like a small concussion and explosive of magic, and it kind of sinks limp and starts to fall down to the ground. It does. And kind of flattens out a bit. And then like 1 or 2 little eye stalks seem to slowly limp up, and as though it's just barely hanging on with perhaps 1 hit point. Rises up. Getting progressively bloodshot.
Fire.
Oh God. So all that I wasted 21 hit points.
Well, it looks like I mean, you've probably studied zombies, and some have, especially when created by someone like Garton, have this sort of an undead, like a constitution thing, where sometimes they can rise when killed, but they always hang on with like 1 hit point, so it's still pretty solid. Yeah, I'm trying to think if you'd know anything beyond that, but you'll see. You'll probably see it here, discover it. Okay. Rowan, you're up. The next person that's going to be playing that's up, it's going to be a few turns from now, but it'll be Rain. But for now, Rowan, what would you like to do?
Rowan will... The plan is I'm going to step forward. Rowan will take a couple of stabs with her rapier at Garton, and then Rowan will step back to the current position.
Okay. Okay. You step up. Again, you have advantage on any melee actions now. Oh, that hits. Beautiful.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm going to smite with this.
Yes. Okay, yeah. No worries. Take your time putting it together. Of course, Rowan, you all see Rowan walk up to the prone Garton and just very carefully thrust this rapier through the side of Garton's torso. And it seems like a painful strike, dealing a good amount of damage all on its own, but then this holy energy, radiant energy, glows and seems to be like pumped into this wound.
Yes.
Okay, I will spend a 4th level slot and do 5d8 radiant.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Awesome. And an additional boatload of damage pumped in. You see like radiant energy pouring out of the seam of the wound a bit around the sword's edge. Pulls back.
The rapier definitely glowing silver, and I would say that Rowan is glowing slightly silver at this point. Rowan will take their second attack.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I'll do the damage and then I'll smite again.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
This time I will smite at 3rd level. 4d8.
Nice. You pierce another spot in the torso, and once again, you dump in this energy. Beautiful. Like a bit of almost blinding. Fires out of the wound and off the blade's edge.
Oh, did you need me to apply the radiant damage to Garton, or did you grab that?
It should. It looks like it's doing it.
The smites I just rolled.
Smited it.
Oh, okay. I'm so
Smited it.
sorry. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I could just drag it over, but I don't know if there's resistances to deal with.
Let me take a quick look. See,
Yeah,
but I will add it. What do we have in total between the two? Radiant
The two
was
smites are 28
okay.
radiant.
28.
38.
Sorry, 38.
38. Okay. Let's see, and this is
38 and 22.
And no, that's full damage. All right, 28 you said?
38.
38.
38. I'm so sorry. Let's see. So that's okay. Yeah, Garden's starting to look pretty worse for wear. Like not quite death's door, but right outside of that.
So Rowan moved back 5 feet. I don't know if Garton has a reaction. That would be an opportunity if Garton does.
Gotcha. No, he's writhing in pain. These two rapier stab wounds to the torso, they hurt, and the radiant damage that's cooking his innards. He's just trying to manage some pain suppression there. Okay. Beholder. Zombie. Man, I don't like rolling for this one. Wait, let me just see if this one says it has to be... No, it doesn't restart, so it's a fresh roll every time. Okay, I'm rolling to see who it's attacking.
Mm-hmm.
We have 8 folks here in total. Where's my D8? Oh yeah, they'll be okay. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Die. Okay, so Beholder Zombie targets Blueberry, our precious pup, gnawing on Garton to keep them drawn, help Kalen keeping him down. It's a ray of magic. Oh yeah, and I think Blueberry will probably breeze this. I mean, has a good chance. I don't want to say probably. Has a good chance with this. Or not? Blueberry, what up?
No.
That's not the stat that they have a thing in. Okay. Okay, so Blueberry gets hit with a ray. Again, though, not great, but not terrible. Blueberry's raging. No, but they have half spell damage thanks to being in Rowan's proximity. Mm-hmm. Again, super clutch. Okay, dealing 47 points, which of course would be 24. So let me fix that. Good Blueberry. Oh yeah, Blueberry kind of takes it like a champ. Oh, and some of the fur gets zapped and falls off in little clumps here and there. Just turns to dust. Blueberry's and his honking form shrugs it off for the most part. Zombie Beholder sort of swaying, barely able to keep itself afloat. And the undead nature's creature really coming through now. Whatever was holding back the disgusting smells of rot and undead flesh and odors of a nasty gym room or bathroom are no longer being contained within the Beholder. And with that, speaking of bathrooms, a stretch on this one, we'll take our bio break.
Right.
Our party is doing a great job hacking away at the elements in here, and I think we're gonna find out how this is gonna go pretty soon. Yep, a couple surprises still. We'll see what happens. All right, catch you all in about, for anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break, so I'm going to fire that up, but our audio will be hot, so you can chat with us. Catch you all real soon.
Bye. Oh, Justice. Hi.
Okay, Zany, don't say hi to Justice. You be a snob.
Cat time.
It is indeed cat time.
Oh, nope. No. No.
Where are you going, Zany? But do the jump. Aw.
Eat it in time! Justice!
Justice.
Justice Cam! Well, you guys can't see it, but.
Justice Butt Cam.
Yeah, I got to spend the whole entire week with Ellie.
Aw, that's nice.
So how is everyone?
Tired now. Not ready to go to bed. Oh, nope. Oh, okay.
Put
Bye.
me down, Mom.
I'm Justice's sister.
Put me down, shush.
Okay. I have some pachow. Pachow.
What?
Oh, it's green. This one's green. Do I have not a green one? Yeah. It's like, it's a Japanese candy.
Oh.
And it's like a starburst with little gummies in it.
Oh, we'll have to find it.
I love
like
it so much. See, it looks like a starburst.
Oh.
But then it has little, like, gummy balls in it.
Interesting.
I saw it at Walmart, I think, and I was like, I need it.
My snacky of the night is cucumbers. Trying to lose weight, so this is my healthy option. How does one? Never mind. Cat Cam. Is that Nikki or Zany?
That's Nikki.
Oh no. Well, that was a problem. You told me that wouldn't happen.
What?
Should have did this tomorrow.
I just put in chat. I said, "Chat, how was chat?"
I was
Look at my wording in chat.
I was filling out things for the job, and they were like, yeah, like it's all digital, you know, online. And they were like, well, you fill out this and for your background check, and it will always make it 2 days from when you fill it out. So you always have 2 days. And it was like, and if it's a weekend, it won't count the weekend. Well, I just entered it in, and now it's saying my background check is due on the 9th, which is Monday.
Oh no! Where did my book go? I had a book. Where's my book? Dang it. Oh, yeah. There you are. I'm like, I don't know if you could tell stuff, but that's how much I've read.
Like, how much? Like a big portion of the book or a small portion of the book?
The small portion of the book is that how much I have left. The big portion is how much I've read.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I should have been like,
sorry, I wasn't
you should read it more, or that's really cool.
Yeah. One of my goals this year was to read more, and I'm starting it. My goal is to read 10 books before the end of the year.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Told myself I was going to bed early. But this battle's too tense.
There's 2 tents here? Oh, wow.
It's too tense. Ha ha, Steph. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I am not in it. Patience, do you? How do? That's what I did to chat. I said, chat, how is chat?
I'm not sure how I feel about companies using your credit score in your job application process.
Yeah.
Why would your job need to know that? That's stupid. That's not.
It seems pretty commonplace anymore.
Yep. I have my own business, so.
I remember those days.
So is this like an actual job?
Yeah. Yeah, scheduling coordinator with ADT. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Whatever. Do a credit check on them. Goodness.
So, Sam, I wish you luck sorting your dice.
Thanks. I mean, I can do it. It's just gonna take time.
So, is that a box that you showed us? Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Sam, you need to stop collecting dice.
It's a big box.
It's
She's gonna pick it up. She's gonna try to pick it up and drop it again.
Boy.
Box.
Oh man.
It's one of
Holy
these.
smokes, Sam.
Oh man.
It's like halfway full.
Sam.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Bless you.
How do you have a dice intervention?
I don't need one. I know I have a problem.
Amazing.
I mean, you can't know.
I'm taking her.
People say that Laura Bailey has too many dice. Have you met Sam?
Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of laugh when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe Laura has so many dice." I'm like, "Heh, my collection."
You fools! I have the most.
Amazing.
The geek in me is thinking it's a really easy time to figure out the volume of your dice collection right now.
Nice.
See, but the thing is,
Put 'em
the
in
thing
a
is
tub.
that's,
In the
Yeah, it's a
tub.
mix. It's tough.
and that's not even all of my dice. I still have more over here that aren't in the
Sam.
box.
Sam, do we need to have a talk?
I
No,
guess.
you have
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yes.
But if it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
I've
If
told
it
you
makes
what-
you happy, that's all that matters.
I've told
If
you what
it
my end goal
makes
is,
you
right?
happy.
I want to be
What's
buried in dice. So when I die,
There you go.
be in the coffin,
Perfect.
and then we bill it with dice,
I love it.
and then everyone can have a set or whatever.
Awesome. I
So
do
don't
really.
Jeff, are you-
roses.
are you
Bury me in
good?
dice.
If it makes you happy, can't be that bad.
It's and at least like I
Makes
use
you
them.
happy, then why the hell are you so sad?
Nice.
But I'm not sad.
Who's
The
that
dice
song by?
make me
Is that
happy.
by Alanis Morissette? Or something? No.
Dan,
No, I think so. I don't.
do you remember?
I don't. No, it was all.
We're gonna
blur.
find out.
Siri.
Google.
I'm stuck
Give
on the
me-
idea of the notion of everyone measuring their
Cheryl
dice in
Crow.
by volume
Cheryl
now.
Crow.
I love it.
Okay. I love Cheryl Crow.
Yeah, people ask me how many sets I have, and I go, I don't know.
I feel like you have 1,000.
Awesome. Okay, so sorry. I will get us fired back up here. Where even are we? We had Beholder Zombie. It's like
Me!
effectively dead.
We're at Devania.
Divania. Thank you.
Wait.
Yes.
I thought I was next.
Nope. Oh, you'll be the next PC, but I'm controlling Divania, so I didn't count them and Garton's in between.
Okay.
As a non-player character.
Okay.
I have Spirit Shield up. It took a little digging because I thought it was a different thing, but I have Spirit Shield up. It's a 30-foot range. But let's see. At your level, it's 46 worth of damage that can be reduced. So, and Blueberry is raging. So I have that kept up so we can be ready just in case. Divine is looking pretty good for health thanks to Rain's earlier healing from last week. Despite everything. So, what?
Did a pretty good job.
Why is this? I did not want that. Alright, no, wrong thing, Dan. Divania's sheet, please. Thank you. Alright, she's used her 9th. That was her, I think. I don't think that I used that. There's a 7th that I'm going to try and keep open. See what she has for 5th level. Nope, she has Fireball. That's not really safe in here. 10, 15, 20. Oh, she could squeeze a Fireball and still miss Mort.
Do it.
Yeah, I think she's going to do a 5th level Fireball. So 1 level high. 2 levels high. She doesn't have any 4th level things. That's strange. That's a pretty good DC, too. So let's see what our Deathlocks can do. As they've been trying to, seemingly targeting casters this last round, or this round, trying to coordinate something with or as they seem, that seems to be their jam. They get a bit of a frightful look in their eyes. Divania begins summoning a spell she's already cast a time or two here. They'll have to make their dex saves. They're moderately, surprisingly dexterous. Not enough. Not that one. They still have to roll really well to beat Divania's... Okay, one of them rolled high enough. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show up. That one definitely did not. 1, 2, 3. That's it. It's these 3. Okay. One succeeded, the other 2 failed. They have resistance not to fire. And... Okay, this is Deathlock Mastermind number 3, number 2, number 3, number 4. Divania's going to roll this beautiful beam footage here, this fire footage. And she has 2 additional dice. Oh. I'm sorry, Divania. It's still not terrible for that, because it's still higher than half. But 33 points of fire damage.
Does she have, like, elemental adept or anything?
She would probably have to be here and tell me. But she's not. I'm sorry.
It would be under her features.
right, 37 full damage to them. Ooh, what's this? Nope, that's the wrong one. Scratch that excitement. And Mastermind number 2. So that would be 17 because we're rounding up. Undo. Okay. Fire rains down on the western side of this prison cell. You all feel the blast of heat and temperature displays rushing over you as in the brightness of the flames that just pour down, filling almost this space in its entirety. That left-hand table and the bench, the bench seat, and the one next to it are set ablaze by the raging inferno that Devanya has set up. All three, there's no way for them to avoid this. It pours down over them. One of them seems to, do it effectively, stop, drop, and roll enough to tamp out some of the fire. The other two take a little longer, getting more serious injuries in the meantime. You can see where different pieces of their flesh and their clothing has burned and singed. The smell of burnt hair and skin kind of fills the space, unfortunately. Devanya just looks back over at Garton, like as though he's next. Of course, that moves us over to Garton's turn.
He's still prone. He has to get up.
Yes. Garton uses half of his movement to stand up, leaning on his warhammer, lifting himself up.
Kaelin smirks at him.
Nice. He looks back like,
It's possible to kick him in the ass on his way when he's getting up.
That's amazing. Let's see. Okay. Not gonna do any of that. He's already done that once. I don't think he's got 2 more, but I don't think that is this. Shit. I know there's a lot going on in this fight, and it's a labor-intensive fight. Garton's just a nasty piece of work, and there's a lot at stake.
Go for it again.
Yeah.
Just kill us all.
No,
Leia's,
I kill you all, Garton.
Leia's
Stop it.
flat.
Shit. Okay. And this is what he do, right? He wants to live. He wants to succeed. No, because that's not what he thought it was.
Can I ask why there's a giant crow on the screen?
It's a raven that's Rain's spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's just chilling. It's been here
I've
the whole
just
time
been
watching.
looking at him like I'm not going to ask, but why not?
Nice. Okay, so Garton is going to pick up this this warhammer and turn and face Kaelin, who's been wailing away using all these things. Ooh. Let me show you how to use a weapon properly, because he's just that kind of a male asshole. You hold it like this, and you swing from the hip, and he tries to attack you with the first hit. That. I'm sorry, I'm just taking a quick second to see.
Sure.
Yep. So he goes. I'm sorry. Before he swings and says that, he draws this weapon and swings it just around, like over your head, like an asshole, like trying to make you flinch, which I imagine you don't. As he does, he swings it again, like in front of your face. As he's doing it, you hear clinks and clanks, and a bunch of these magical type weapons turn into this whirlwind of weapons to start filling out the spaces around him. creating a magical aura of weapons in a 10-foot radius. So these might affect Blueberry, Kaylin, and Rowan, and a spiritual weapon if that takes damage. Start of their turns, so that's for them.
And Bigby's hand, which is next.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. I'll count Bigby's hand as your turn because it affects like on everyone's turn. So
Okay.
we'll just tag it in there if that
gotcha.
works for you. Okay. However, where are my? Oh gosh, I forgot he has that with melee. Okay. Swings this his first weapon attack at you, Kaylin. You know, as these appear, like, oh shit. So here's the thing. Garton gets criticals on 19s and 20s.
Okay.
And it's a 19.
Okay.
This, and he just, this warhammer, you know, the size of like your torso from underarm to hip to waist, cracks into the side of your torso. That is going to... that's dealing 67 points of bludgeoning damage. Wait, what's your health? Because Blueberry's keeping a very careful eye on everyone's health.
124 out of a 185.
Is that
No, wait. I have...
Yeah.
My wound is 124.
Gotcha.
So
I think Blueberry would summon the corgis.
Okay, so I'll ask. Let's do it for this one. You're right, because Blueberry doesn't know what's coming next. They just see this, and they're like, "Oh no!" So Blueberry gets to roll 4d6 and reduce that damage. So let's get 46. What do you want to roll it, Kaylin? What do you roll it? 46, and we'll subtract that from your wound.
All right. Same time use these. It's 10.
You're saying 46, right?
Yeah. 40.
And so that's 14.
Okay. All right. I'll bring you down to 110.
Okay.
Okay. As these spiritual corgis leap forth from Blueberry's form, and blocks all of those things. Just if you're using another creature, you can. All right. So Blueberry has used their reaction to do this. As these ancestral corgis, guardians come out and they get, blasted away by the force. As this hammer still into your left hand, your left side. Garton makes his second attack, swings it around some more. All right, Caitlin. 21. Do you have anything that can alter AC or anything? Does that +2 affect you or whatever?
No. Just 2 people.
Okay. All right. Just 2 people having a fight 5 feet away from one another. That worked out really well. That thing, actually. All right. Dealing 24 points of bludgeoning damage. The second one, again, swings into that same left-hand side. The pain intensifies. Garton brings a strike from above down, trying to crack you on top of the head. With a natural 20.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
So Rain gave Kaylin Death Ward.
Okay.
That, and also, I have Sentinel at Death's Door. You gain the ability to impel Death's progress. As a reaction, when you or a creature within you can see in 30 feet suffers a critical hit, you can turn that hit into a normal hit. Wait, no!
Kaylin's 35 feet
too
away.
Far.
Yeah.
She's too far.
You
Never
see
mind.
me go to... Oh.
I used a subscriber die. Does that take off the critical?
Yeah, actually. You can use it to reduce the attack, which would remove the critical aspect.
Dadgummit.
Roll them.
Okay.
Right, Steph.
Oh,
Yeah.
what-
2d8.
So what am I rolling?
You're rolling to reduce the hit. Now the hit itself is a 37, so it's probably still gonna hit. But as long as you reduce it, even by 1, which is gonna happen, it will no longer be a critical hit.
What's the die that I roll?
2d8.
2d8?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you'd roll it. You'd still want to
Just in case you
lower it by 2, because he crits on a 19, right?
That was a 13.
Oh, right, yeah.
2d8, 13.
Okay. This is about to strike, and you hear Mort's voice in your head shouting. What do you want to shout, Mort, to help pull that away from, like, get her attention or whatever?
Duck!
And you do, instinctively. And it spares you. It, like, gets this other part that helps disperse the damage, so it's no longer a critical hit.
Thank goodness.
Indeed. Well, that was a lot of garbage rolls. Good for me. Doing it good. I like it when it happens to the NPCs too. I don't like it. I mean, that's like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Crushing down with 39 points of damage. Garton turns to Blueberry and uses his 4th melee attack. Yeah, it hits. But thankfully it's not anything super bad. Okay, and actually Blueberry is going to, that's 16, because Blueberry is raging. So let me just subtract that. I'm not sure why. I don't think I have Blueberry raging here. It should be removing 15. And Garton uses his 5th and final attack on Blueberry. This is Garton being Garton before being. Oh, thank. Yep. I don't know if you can see the dice for. I guess not. That sucks because it danced on 2022.
It's still a 19 though. It's still a critical, right?
Nope. It's not. It's only a 2 that he rolled.
Oh, so, okay, gotcha.
Not a natural
17 to hit.
He's plus a nasty piece of work. Yeah. This was him before. Huh? Why didn't that here we go. This'll wrap up Garton's turn. 27 points, which is actually 14. Okay. We're gonna subtract 13. Which would be 75. Or Blueberry is doing all right. Blueberry still looks like in pretty good health. Having most of his health because he's Blueberry. All right, that ends Garton's turn. This again brings us to Rain, and then Garrick, you'll be up after Rain.
Oh, so question, Dan. Since you can crit on a 19, would Sentinels at Death's Door work on a 19?
Yes, for this. Okay. And any hit that ends up being a critical, you can use that on.
Cool.
As long as you have, a reaction. Okay, weapons swinging in the air around Garton, but not close enough to you.
Zombie number 1, Beholder zombie number 1. Took damage, right?
Oh, they look... Yeah, they effectively died and rose with 1 hit point, as you've seen some zombies do. They're barely holding it together.
Question. Can I do a cantrip and a bonus action?
I mean, if you have a cantrip that... you can do a bonus action and then as an action do a cantrip or spell. But if you mean like, can I cast a spell and then a cantrip as a bonus action?
No. No, I was just making sure I can cast a cantrip and a bonus action. Cantrip being my action, and then casting a bonus action.
Well, if the bonus action is a spell, then it'll have to be 2nd level or lower.
If you're talking, if you're talking about your spiritual weapon as a bonus action, you can just attack.
Yeah, it already exists.
Not another casting.
It already exists, so you can just use it as a bonus action.
And additionally, if you were thinking of doing the 2 spells, then you can always use like the high level spell for your action, and then use the bonus action as a cantrip for your cantrip. If it's a bonus action spell, you can.
Where's
still use it
everybody health wise?
Let's see.
Very bad, and several of us cannot heal.
Okay,
because we have
holy
been chill
shit.
touched.
Yeah.
Who's chill touched?
Me.
Mort, Aaron, Lynn, and Devania are all chill touched for this until it comes back around to your turns.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna get close. Wait,
Caleb looks the worst out of everyone. I'll just say,
Yes.
Rain, as she
Well-
look around.
Okay, 60 feet range. So I'm gonna do a mass healing word at it. Wait. Come on. Fancy grounds. Yeah, I'm doing that 5th. Okay, check that off. So,
Which spell? Oh, the mass cure wounds.
mass healing. It's a bonus action.
Does
Oh, mass
What is
healing
the,
word. Okay. Sorry.
what is the additional
It should be
spell slot
healing
upgrade do for you? Does it give you more targets?
When you cast a spell using a spell slot 4th level or higher, the healing increase by 1d4 for each slot level above 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Which level are you casting it at?
5th, so that'd be 3d8 plus 6. Yes. Alright, my little d4s, why do you gotta be so buried in the bottom of my dice tray?
Well, if you're using a mass healing word as a bonus action, that's would be 3d4.
Yeah, 34.
Now, just so you know, you have mass cure wounds, which is an action as well. That's 5th level as well. I mean, I know you're casting this up at 5th. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm getting into your business. You go right ahead and do whatever you like. Sorry. So,
Ooh. Dan, can I do a bonus action heal and then an action heal?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
do.
that
Thank
bonus-
you for giving
oh,
me that idea.
I'm so sorry. Is the bonus
No.
action heal level 2 or lower? It has to be level 2 or lower.
Dadgummit.
So if you have one that's level 2 or lower for bonus action heal, then you can do
Wait,
that.
cure wounds. Not a bonus action.
Maybe healing word if you have.
I think mass healing ward
Ah, gotcha.
meant to be.
Yeah. So for your bonus, it'll have to be 2nd level or lower. Sorry.
It's
The action
okay.
will be whatever.
That's okay. I've already made that decision.
Oh.
So bonus action. That's not it. That's okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points to Ronan, Finn.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. How many points to Ben?
6, 7, 8, 14.
Ooh.
And then
14.
it's I could choose up to 6.
Okay. So, everyone, go ahead and reduce your wound by. I'm sorry, not everyone. Whoever Rain mentions here, reduce your wound by 14. You said. It's
Yeah,
14.
Blueberry,
Okay.
Kaylin, Ronan, Finn. How many is that?
Before that was
Two
4.
more.
There's 9 people on the field, and then 3 can't heal, right?
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Garrick.
That's 5.
Nice.
One more.
And then myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's everyone that can heal. Yep.
Golly. So much stuff.
Yeah. Here's the roaring fire of that table. Starts to make a lot of commotion. Just the absolute incineration of this table as bits of wooden plank fall and collapse down on the ground, throwing heat.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do inflict wounds as an action.
What's the spell you just used? To heal?
Mass healing.
Okay, and inflict wounds is second
I
level.
feel like
Oh,
that should
go for
just
it.
be healing wards, not mass healing ward.
Nice.
I'm not for sure.
Well, healing word itself is just one individual, so this is like mass. You can do it for many. Yeah, go ahead. You can do an inflict wounds, and who do you want to use that on?
The zombie beholder number 1.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm doing it. Okay. Inflict. Okay. I'll leave it up there. I'm doing that at 6. Oh no! Save it.
Level
No.
2 or lower. Yeah, this one.
Well, no. It says spell slot level 2 or higher. The damage increased by 1d10.
But
Right,
because
but you
you're
just
using it as
cast
a
a
bonus,
5th level spell.
Yeah, because it's a bonus action. It's limited to second level or lower. Please.
Me.
Also, that the beholder has literally 1 HP.
Yeah. Which like looking at it in front of you, it's like you could.
Blow it over with a butterfly.
Yeah.
What,
So
is
you can
it
do it
a
at its
first level
lowest
spell?
level,
Yeah.
and you know it's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 3d10. I'm just gonna roll for shiz and giggles.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh. I have to roll to see if it hits first. Knowing my luck, I will roll a 1. Oh, okay. There we go. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 19.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, now it's actually in the same round that Mort destroyed it. Yeah, because you just did that, Mort, the same round.
Yes.
Right?
Well, yeah. So, wait. It hasn't gotten. I've confused on what the round progress.
It
is.
had
No,
its
because
turn. It was you.
I
and
did
then-
it. It's gotten to the bottom and come around again. So it's Rain's. It's a new turn, right?
Rain's at the very
I did it.
bottom of the combat tracker. It's just like
Right.
Garrick and Zulkir.
On your most recent turn, did you kill the beholder?
Because the beholder went after
Or
you
was
the
it
2 turns.
previous turn?
I think it's the current. Yeah.
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 Okay, perfect. In that case, same round. So, new mechanic unlocked. The thing... What do you want it to look like, Rain? Because you were destroying this. And because it's the same round, it cannot provide.
Oh. So that was like 15 necrotic, even though it has like 1 baby hit point. So
Nice,
I rolled
nice.
pretty well, so. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Wait, what'd you say, Dan? I'm so
What do you want
sorry.
it to
I
look
was just
like?
like, what do
Oh.
I want this death to look like?
Mhm.
Oh gosh.
Mhm.
So going up to this beholder, I'm just like so frustrated that it didn't work the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just literally frustrated. So I just charge it and then touch it,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, there you go. Just out of frustration.
It just slumps and rots. You watch it as the necrotic damage creeps across its bloodshot eye and body, and it just slumps down into a pool of massive, muscle and bits and such on the ground. Much like the snack you're eating, Steph. Just kidding.
Okay.
Waka. Okay. Anything else for Rain? Any movement or
20,
anything?
25, 30, 35. Okay. I was just making sure because I had to use the rest of my movement to get back to the beholder.
Ah, okay.
So
Nice.
I was just making sure. So that'll end my turn, my good
Okay.
sir.
Beautiful. Between your turn and Garrick's turn, Garton points his staff back. Let's see. No, Aaronwin's moved. I don't think he would continue to target Aaronwin. He's going to target Mort.
Or go ahead.
And he and just
Mort's lost his will to live.
That was a mistake.
No. With the staff, gives it a shot. Manages to hit. This is what type of damage? Force. Oof. However, that's halved. I'm sorry, Mort. Please remove 20 points of that damage.
I'll remove 30 just for fun.
Nice. You can see the potent force damage racing towards you, and you watch it gradually dwindle down, reaching only half potency by the time it hits you as it passes through this radiant aura of Rowan's. Okay, Garrick, you are up. Next player card will be a K in bed.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do an attack on number 5, Deathlock number 5.
Okay.
That's a critical fail.
Oh. And they look
Next
so
one's a
hurt
20.
too. Oh, that hits.
24 to hit?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do damage on that first, just in case. This was Shadow Blade. 11 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see. They're getting awfully close to. You've really heavily wounded them.
Okay, last attack on him. Oh, come on. But that's a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Cool.
Was it really close to like a 20 or something?
Yeah. It bounced on the D&D Beyond logo for like a full second. Let's see here. And spells. I wish I could bookmark these. There we go. Another 10 points.
Oh, what do you want this to look like, Garrick? As you kill them.
Who is this to?
Because this is on the same. Oh, it's on a different round, isn't it?
Oh, the Deathlock.
Sorry. Yeah, let me do their quick roll.
Go for it.
Okay. No. Yep.
me
How do
time
you
to think.
wanna do this? Yeah.
He'll like slice up, so he'll do a slice across, and then just keep on going higher, and then the last one he'll just jump up and then up the throat.
Oh yes, Garrett's apron covered in blood spray. Oh, that's dripping off the brim of his like engineer's cap and goggles. That's so cool. That's Deathlock Mastermind is no question dead. That's a thing of beauty. And anything else for Garrick this turn?
Oh, that is a really good question. Garrick is going to move. Let's see, where are we at in terms of health? Kaylin's still looking really rough. So
yes.
Garrick is going to move. Is there? Let's see. I remember where I was. So, is there anyone in this spot right now? I know there was Bigby's
It's to your left. It's to your left.
Cool. So I'm good there. Is anyone? Would anyone be pissed if I moved there?
Not Rowan.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's
That's
totally
my turn.
flanked.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the oh man, I'm gonna get there. Okay, alright, so you race up nimbly around things. Again, you hear the crackling fire of the table far to the left. You can hear the labored breathing of Kaylin. You get closer here, and the other side of Garton peering around him, you can see like the way that the left side of her torso is indented in places it just shouldn't be indented. So it's not looking super great. Between your turn and Blueberries. Oops. Garton looks back and going to go for I think he's looking at Mort again. Sorry, Mort. You and Aaron were the two casters that he's catching on. I don't know. Let me do a roll because I don't know if he understands that Rowan is really. No, he doesn't understand. Okay. All right. So he's just going to try and get you with that staff move.
Well,
again.
he is stupid.
It's true.
Nice. I love it. Okay. All right. Magic staff. 21. Do you have anything that can, like a shield or anything to assist with that? 21 to hit. All right. Remember this. I keep rolling it on you. I'm sorry. Deduct half. So deduct 22 from that, please.
And actually, I'm going to use a. I have 2 side eye left. Brings me down to 1. I'm going to use 1 to take some of that off. So minus 10 from that.
Is that a reaction to do that?
Yes.
Nice. What do you want that to look like, Caitlin? As he's holding the staff up and aiming it once again at Mort.
It's kind of like a protection field. So it probably just there probably wouldn't look like much. Maybe like hold up a hand or something.
All right.
Yeah, towards Mort.
Awesome. A quick visual of like an arcane hand shielding you, Mort, the size of you, appears, and you see some of the energy beam like refract off of that, and you're only getting hit with some of it. And then you see Caitlin lower her hand.
Mort will give you a very shaky and very like thumbs up.
That's amazing. All right, Blueberry. Blueberry's going all in here. We're gonna do our 2 claws. That one's a miss. Come on, you got this, Blueberry. You got this.
Oh wait. He's flanked. So what does that do for attack rolls?
Yes, it's advantage. Thank you. Let's roll that again.
No.
Good rolling, Dan.
But I know. I get so bad. All right. His second claw attack, this time properly with advantage.
Wow.
Sorry, but these blueberries still has a bite. And a better modifier for bite, so let's see.
Wow.
It wasn't 18 in fairness. Blueberry is just chomping away at Garton, who's unfortunately they're just getting parts of Garton's, cloth and other material.
Wow.
I know. Alright, I need to check something really quickly. Where are we? It was here.
Oh no.
Yeah, because this one isn't one that costs. Okay. Nope, that's going to be it though for now, because you can't do that every turn. Which brings us up to Kaylin.
Right. Alright. Remind me again, because rules are different for each DM, is using a potion bonus or action?
If you're drinking it yourself, it's a bonus.
Okay, great. So we're taking the potion of superior healing here.
Okay, nice.
I will
chug it.
7. So that's 28 that I can take off of there.
Oh.
So math, 173 minus 28.
145.
Thank you. All right.
I don't have my phone to double check. So I'm pretty sure.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay.
Thank you, friends. Let me go and just take that out of my inventory before I forget. Let's see here.
Do it.
Okay. All right. And with that, she would keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep
okay. Put it
plugging in. And this is at advantage since it's flanked, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Because you've got Garrick there now.
Out of my tray. Get out. Get out. Okay.
Turn the tide here.
Woo! Okay, that's good. 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 That's good.
Sounds like you're convincing yourself that. I'm a little worried now. I was sold in the first it's good. It's good. So.
That's 29 to hit. And that is shit. 11 bludgeoning for the first one.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, natural 20.
Yes!
Double that up, baby. Double that
for
up.
this one.
Awesome.
So that is 22 bludgeoning.
That's including the double damage?
That's that was at full damage. So did full damage. So do I roll and do double, or do I do full?
You can either roll the damage and double that number, or you can double the number of damage die. I just didn't know if you've already like doubled it.
No. So I hadn't doubled it. So it'd be 44 bludgeoning.
Beautiful. All right. Okay.
And third attack.
Advantage. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's looking pretty gnarly.
Another 20.
Another 20.
Yes.
Do it.
That's
Do
another
it. Do it.
44 bludgeoning.
How much?
44 bludgeoning.
Another 44. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. All right. Let me just. All right, 44.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Garton is so okay. So he's he's been looking pretty bad, progressively worse. He's now looking like on death's door. He's like jaws, all like parts of his face are swollen. His knees like bent out at an awkward sideways angle where it shouldn't be facing. A lot of blood that he's coughed up and other.
Kaylin's still looking rough, so she'll just kind of like smile at him as she's like still having a little bit of trouble breathing herself, probably.
Okay. Is there anything else for Kaylin?
I don't. Yeah, that's all my attacks. So.
All right, Fen is next. Fen's gonna do some cool monk stuff and leap this table, and do like a jump slash on Deathlock Mastermind number 1.
Yes.
Because it has not come back to Deathlock Mastermind number 1's turn, so they do not get 2 rolls. So I don't have to do anything because his first attack is gonna do one of those clavicle to opposite hip. The body just kind of starts to slump off because his blade's so sharp. And that kills and removes from the playing field Deathlock Mastermind number 1. The battle feels like this tide is starting to shift. Momentum is being built. Second zombie beholder taken down. 2 of the Deathlock creatures. Garton appears to be on death's door. Things are looking up. Stormfall. Fen has some other things, but he can't get over there. 5, 10, 15, 20 is what he has left.
Just not trying hard
No,
enough.
I'm sorry. He did the other thing, so I know, yeah. He leaps up on the table to run back over to the other side of the room, but he can't do that yet. We're going to have the 3 masterminds, and then Aaron, it'll be your turn next after that. Okay. Okay. All right. Deathlock Mastermind with a bit of panic in their eyes. What is the range? Because they know what they need to do. 90 feet. Okay. Higher level does that. Okay. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, that's way within that. Okay, so. Woo! I need, with Deathlock Mastermind 2, targeting Rain, Fhenhold, and Aaronwyn. Can the 3 of you please make a Wisdom saving throw? This is a spell, B, magic effect.
+5.
Why did it have to be wisdom?
Oh no!
We don't have advantage on these anymore, right?
Correct, yeah.
Correct.
Alright, let me get Devanya here. Good old Wizzy Wisdom.
Guys, I have a minus.
Well,
Oh my gosh, she rolled a 4. Oh, Devanya, you sweet poor soul. Okay. I mean, carry on.
Yes, Dan.
I have to get pens. What did you end up
Wait,
with?
are they casting a spell?
It is a spell. Mm-hmm.
Can I counter spell?
You can give that a shot, absolutely.
I'm gonna try.
I guess my biggest question is at what level?
Just at 4th.
Okay, so you'll have to make your roll.
I'm running out of slots, guys.
That's
What am I aiming for, Dan?
Yeah, that's all of us. We're all out.
What's the number I'm aiming for?
Sorry, it's a 5th level spell, so I guess that would be 10 plus, or what is it? Plus a spell
15.
level 5th, so 15.
Yeah, you gotta
I
be-
rolled a 15 plus 6, 21.
Okay, all right.
So I don't know if I can counter all of them. At the very least, I'm countering the one that's aimed at me.
Nope, you see
No,
the spell fizzle
fails,
out. Yeah,
spell
they're
fails.
casting in a bit of a panic.
nice.
They know what they need to do. They're recalculating the plan, seeing how Garton's appearance and that all the creatures getting killed, their friends.
Erin Wynn just throws her hand out and just kind of yoinks the magic away from them.
Oh, nice.
Just-
You feel pulled forward a bit from the arcane exemplar, drawing the magic away from them.
She just goes, "That's not what you use magic for."
They seem very flustered. Next mastermind. Okay, well, they're going to target Mort, Devanya, and Erenwyn. They begin casting a spell.
If I had a spell slot, I'd counter slot. But I don't.
Okay, this
Does
is the
Vanya have at
opportunity.
least a 3rd level?
Let me take a look and see. That's a really good question. I think reading counter spell. All right. Okay. So she has a 3rd level. I think she'd probably try and use. So she has a 5th level available. Oh no, because we cast that earlier, didn't we? Use the 5th for the fireball. So she has a 3rd and a 7th.
We have 3 5th level spell slots, but I don't know if she's used them all or not.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, she just has her highest one is a single 7th level, and a 3rd level, and then she has all her 1st and 2nd.
I'd go for the 3rd level.
3rd level sounds right. Okay.
Yep, just let's see if she can roll.
Okay. Yep. So she'll have to roll.
Can I roll for her?
Yeah, go for it. So that would be, of course, a 15. Her spell, let's see, she's got a proper +5. So she has a +5 as her spell casting modifier. 15's the number.
That
Uh-oh.
I don't think that's good.
I rolled a 14.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay.
Well, is that with the +5?
No. Why would it be a +5? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
That's with
her.
the +5. Yeah. I rolled
Okay.
a 9 on the die.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, but she tries it, the same thing, and she does a pull like she saw Erin do. Maybe just a little. I don't think she entirely mimicked that. Ooh. And the arcane, the Deathlock Mastermind gets nervous, but finishes the spell. So all that means is the spell goes through. So can I please have Mort, Devanya, and Erenwyn make a Wisdom saving throw for me, please?
And we're all in Rowan's aura?
Yeah, so you'll have that's advantage, right, Rowan?
No, +5.
+5. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
All right, I get advantage because it's a wisdom saving throw.
That's why I've been resistant.
Okay.
Wisdom?
Wisdom, correct. All right, let me get Devanya's here.
22.
Oh, nice. Oh, Devanya. Okay. Oh, Aaron, what you got?
17.
All right, Mort. So all 3 of you feel this effect starting to take place. You're preparing to move in place, to prepare your next spell, to defend, and you feel yourselves tighten up and start to lock up. Mort, with your ability to have the advantage on the roll, you're able to push through and succeed on your saving throw. But Erenwyn and Devanya have been held in place by a hold creature. hold monster.
We are not monsters.
Well, it's choose a creature you can see within range is the wording. Yeah, it's like a more potent one to the and they sit there concentrating on their spell, holding the two of you. You can't take actions or reactions, and there's some other effects with the paralyzed. You're basically paralyzed. However, I mean, the stakes are high. The balance keeps shifting in this battle. It's intense. It's intense. That brings us to our third mastermind. That is going to target Rowan, Rain. You're going to move 5, 10, not in range of anyone though. All right, Rain, Rowan, and Blueberry. So you, again, for casters, you see them. Oh my gosh, Devontae can't counterspell, and Mort doesn't have any more. So can I please have Rowan, Rain, and Blueberry? I'll roll for, unless someone wants to roll for Blueberry. Roll Wisdom saving throws. Plus.
This is against a magical effect or spell?
Yeah, okay. Yep, so you're... Yeah, I don't know why I can't... It's advantage, or was it +5? No, it's +5, right? Yeah.
+5?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Blueberry rolled a 1. Okay, yes.
Rowan rolled a 19, but I think I have inspiration die from the start of the night.
Oh, nice. Go for it then. That's, I mean, the maximum bard level now, which I think is a 12. So, it's a D12 to add on to that, Rowan.
Oh yeah, is Lilith supposed to be fighting?
So 26.
Okay, I gotta add her in here. She's a little wounded, but she'll jump in here shortly.
Do I still have the +2?
Okay.
No, that's Dex. Never mind. So, 30.
30?
30.
Wow, nice.
I rolled a 17. I rolled well.
That's fantastic. Okay. Boob. Let's see. I'm sorry, just to double check, Rain, because you have 5 and 2, right? You have 2 as your modifier? Or
Plus
is it
8.
you have the bonus, right? So 8. Okay, gotcha. So
that's my wisdom save.
Sweet.
A +8
score.
is my wisdom save. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I have a proficiency in wisdom saves. And surprisingly, charisma.
Nice. Okay. All right. So Rowan and Rain, the two who feel yourself seizing up, but you push through. Blueberry by your side, Kaylin, starts to lock up and shiver a bit in place as they're being paralyzed. That's it for them. So, wait, let me check. I think you get to make a roll at the end of your turn, Erinwin. Let's see.
Yes, actually, I have something I want to try to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just double checking. I just want to.
Okay. The end of each turn. So, okay.
Okay, so I want to use a bonus action. I want to use one of my runes to expend one of my runes to gain back a sorcery point.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that while being paralyzed?
Only unfortunately it also paralyzed adds the incapacitated thing, so you can't take, any of the things. But at the end of your turn, you can roll a save. So if you succeed, you'll have it. Things like reactions and stuff.
But I had such a cool plan.
Oh no!
Can I tell you? Can I
tell
you how cool it is? What I wanted to do is I wanted to try to convert an essence rune into a sorcery point, so I can have one sorcery point, and then use subtle spell, which doesn't require any verbal or somatic components, to cast Power Word Stun, which is only verbal.
Nice.
So I can subtly cast it while paralyzed.
Oh.
Right? right?
That is pretty cool. That's dope. I love the subtle spell action to it. Yeah.
Can I do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's such a hardcore. It's a foundational mechanic with the whole person. But we've got this. We got this. Go ahead and make a wisdom save if you would.
Yeah.
17.
Unfortunately, you're still held in place.
I'm just gonna sit there and go, Mr. Help!
All right, Mort, you're gonna be up next. The ogre zombie in the back is lumbering about, really just like kind of dazed and confused. So they don't do anything. Mort, it is. Wait, you succeeded? So go for it. What would you like to do, Rowan? You'll be up next.
All right, Big B hand punch.
Oh, I'm sorry. As Big B begins his turn there, he just has to. Beans, I think I forgot that, but that's on me, so I'm not going to make anyone redo that. Super quick here, I'm so sorry. This is the... Rolling with weapons. At the start of the turn... Oh, okay, it just takes 46 damage from the weapons.
Oh, okay. Let me just make a side note.
Ooh. Yeah. That's 14 points of
Okay.
force damage, so if that factors into Big B at all.
No, it's all damage. Everything hits him. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Go right ahead, please.
All right. All right. First, the Big B's hand punch.
Nice.
30 hit.
Whoa, that'll hit. Yep.
Nice.
All right. 48 force. 18 damage. Force damage.
Okay, so something interesting happens here.
Of course.
So, first, I would like to ask what you want. Like, this depletes Garton of his hit points. So, what does it look like as you're feeling victorious in this moment?
I'm trying to think of the wrestler who does it. I think it's whoever does. The Undertaker. How appropriate.
Oh, nice.
The Big B's hands is going to get him under the jaw.
Yep.
Lift him up to the ceiling and choke slam him to the ground.
Nice.
Nice.
Beautiful. You hear some
And
crunches
Mort
and
will
cracks.
issue the rest in peace.
Nice.
I'm sorry, only the wrestling fans will get that, but
Yeah,
it's classic.
Undertaker's a staple of the. Yeah, that's awesome. You hear the crunch and crack of different already damaged and dislocated bones and organs inside move around in ways they shouldn't. And you see the life slip out of Garton's body. Gosh, blueberries. Kaylin, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yeah. Let's see. 15.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. You're wounded. You're looking over at Blueberry, kind of previously shivering, now locked in place. You watch Garton get slammed, crushed into the floor. You notice in this back room this ogre zombie that's been confusedly walking about. A necklace that looks almost like a crystal tooth begins to glow. And that's it for now.
All right, I still have which one of these? So the death locks did not go away upon his death.
Correct.
All right, which one has the stun?
I think two of them do. One, oh my gosh. Death of this one, it was the first one, so I think it was Mastermind 2 does not. So I think 3 and 4 have holds up on people.
All right, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm in range of all. So I will. I'm down to 2 motes, so we'll hurl a mote at 4.
Okay.
whichever one it's for. Let me find out which one's for.
The bottom right out of the triangle.
Okay. Okay.
We'll get Lilith behind it for any sort of melee assistance.
16. That's a hit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's 4d12 radiant.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
19.
Okay, so they need to succeed on a. They need to maintain concentration, and I think that's what it'd be. 20 would be 10, because it's usually damage halved, but never lower than 10 to maintain their concentration.
Yeah.
Let's just see what their con thing. Okay, let's see. This is number 4, which is one that has blueberry and Rowan, you succeeded. Rain succeeded, so it's just blueberry. You see, oh, you crack them with that spell in the back of their head, right? Because you had this as an action. In the back of their head, and they seem to lose their concentration. Blueberry shakes off the stun. Nicely done. Again, the give and take in the battle shifts once more in your favor. Anything else for Mort this round?
Nope, that was my action and bonus action, and Garton's dead, so...
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. All right, Rowan, you were up. What would you like to do?
Rowan has been glowing fairly brightly silver at this point. They start to glow even brighter and kind of become indistinct, and as the glow fades, Rowan is no longer there, as they have misty stepped.
Yes.
And Kaylin feels a hand on her shoulder and hears the words from behind her. Courage, friend. And Rowan lays on hands for 90 points of healing.
Oh.
Wow.
God, I love paladins
Oh
so
my
much.
gosh,
Thank
amazing.
you.
Beautiful. Rowan, can you make a perception check as well, since you bamfed back here?
Yep. Perception.
Yeah, it's not a super high DC for you.
Lovely.
18.
Okay. You go through this process, bamf over beautifully in style, and heal Kaylin, and look over this ogre that's been lumbering about. You see not only the crystal glowing and the necklace, the crystal tooth, but you can see the creature, even in its size, is beginning to shift and be spread out, like something's trying to break out of this creature's form. Is there anything else that you want to do on this turn?
All I have left is my movement. I think Rowan wouldn't understand what's going on with the ogre, but would point it out to both Blueberry and Kaylin. And I guess my question is, can I move through Garton, or is Garton still blocking my path? Kind of where I was.
I would say that technically it's dead. I mean, you can walk through there. Yeah.
Okay.
You can walk.
That's
over
what I'm looking for. Because if I can walk through there, I'll try and get back to kind of being in the middle of everyone.
Okay.
And if I can't, then I'll do something else. But
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So,
10,
15, 20. Okay, so Rowan will move to there,
Okay.
and the silver glow kind of fades most of the way, but not all the way for now.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right. Devanya is up, so we'll just have her do a roll at the end of her turn, which is a wisdom saving throw to +5. Let me add the 5 from Rowan. Wisdom saving throw. And succeeds. She shrugs off this paralysis. Oh. But that ends her turn. Okay, which would have brought us to Garton's turn. For Blueberry, now hearing this and being told by Rowan something's going on back here, and Kaylin, you see... all right, how do I need to do this? That would be... You see the rest of this ogre zombie fall apart, revealing the form within, as the body that is before you on the floor just turns to decomposition, just gross rotting bits, creatures, and the items snap out of sight and appear on Garton, who has burst forth through his magic with this ogre zombie no longer there, but now Garton in its place, taking that one's position in the combat tracker. Of course, he cannot do anything this particular turn because he just resurrected, but now you are aware that Garton is in fact a bastard and is and is back here, and you can hear him grumbling a bit, clearing out the ichor from his lungs and such. You'll get yours. Just, cursing under his breath and stuff at you all. Alright, Rain, you are up, and Garrick, you'll be after Rain.
Rain had to step away.
Okay. Rain walks out of this room, giving the double birds to everyone. Not just kidding.
That'd be awesome. Dan, I'm here.
Okay.
After this, I'm gonna leave my call up, but I have to bounce.
Sure. No worries. Thank you. Thank you so good. All right, what you got?
Who's left?
Well, as far as you're aware, it's these 3 Deathlock masterminds to the left. Lilith is next to number 4.
Okay, I don't know how many I'm gonna move there.
Yeah, you can put it there and it'll not be in anyone's space.
Cool. I can close that out.
Friend will be able to move a little now. Half their speed.
1d8. Wait, you said what level did you cast it at, Dan?
What's that?
Spiritual weapon. I forgot.
I'm pretty sure I just did it at the normal level. Yeah, second level.
So 1d8.
Actually, I think you had cast it the week prior. Oh, nice.
8,
Okay,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Beautiful. All right, that puts us at... Oh, it's looking pretty bad. This mastermind as you have your spiritual raven peck at its face a little more.
And I'm going to move there. And then I'm gonna Sacred Flame the guy that my raven just hit, so.
Okay.
And that would be 48, and you have to make a dex saving throw, Dan.
Okie doke. Dex saving throw coming up.
Yes, I know. Big yawns.
A 6.
48 radiant damage up the butt.
Nice.
No.
Sign me up.
Okay. All right. Goodness.
Sorry.
No, it's great. Get it.
No, that's
These people have destroyed the city. I mean, outside of Kaylin in the 5th floor. These people have been destroying the city, killing and raising dead of Kaylin's clan.
It's only fair that we destroy their asses.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 19 points of radiant damage.
Oh, what do you want this to look like, Rain?
Hmm. Good question. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna move myself just a quick, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then just pointing, and then zoom, right up the butt.
Nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Beautiful. Oh, come on, keyboard. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so you anything else for Rain then after that? You right, and then zoom up the butt and they're dead. Anoink. Anything else, Rain? Or are you good? Is that everything? I'm gonna figure that's everything then, but let me know otherwise. Garrick, you're up. I'm gonna add a note in our Zoom meeting too.
Does Garrick know where Garton is?
You just see lumpy flesh that collapsed in on itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, it's going to move. Oh, shit. No, screw it. Wait, hang on. Yeah, no, he's gonna move over here. He's gonna throw his blade over at Deathlock Mastermind 3.
Okay.
And that's going to be a rapier. A 10 to hit, so I'm assuming that misses.
So sorry. 10 does. Yeah.
Okay, so using his bonus action, he is going to summon his heavy crossbow, which is a bonded weapon, back into his hands.
Uh-huh.
And then he's going to fire 2 shots at the same Deathlock.
Nice. Number 3
Okay.
here, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's going to be a 28 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
For 9 damage.
Okay. This is number 3.
That's the one that's concentrating, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, no, they succeed. They seem to fairly steadily hang on to that.
Okay, and then the second one hits is the same roll, and that's going to be 12 damage.
Okay, let me roll again. Let me add their damage first. 12. Okay. Oh, they moved over to being hurt. Yeah, unfortunately they succeed again in their hold. You know, it's not sticking in any meaty parts, but kind of grazing through the edges of their body. So they take a good chunk of damage, but are able to maintain their spell.
Cool, that's Garrick.
Okay. Let's see. I think we've got Blueberry, who's been freed from their thing. Okay, so for everyone that, so I guess not Garrick, but Rowan, Devanya, Mort, Rain. I think Fenn's just out. So those ones I just mentioned can see Blueberry turn around, and out, you know, around the corner at something. Blueberry snarls and begins attacking something around the corner. I'm gonna claw them.
Yes, finally.
Excellent. Oh, 2 6s on a 2d6 roll. Nice. I will add that properly in though, because I know it's marking it as resisted. And
Nice.
a D20.
Do it, Blueberry, do it.
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. All right, let's see. First, let me get that here for this last one. Let's double these dice. Holy shit, that's like one of the best rolls I've ever done. 4, 5, 5, 4, and then 6, 6, 5, 4. These are D6s.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Frank, what are you expecting?
Oops.
Nothing at this point. Expectations have been crushed.
Yeah. And a bite attack.
Nice.
Misses, unfortunately, but just viciously raking the groin, I guess, because those are very potent strikes. Okay, so I'm gonna have Garton's used half movement, and just to help with the story of this, I'm gonna have Garton sort of walk out around the corner while being attacked. Finishing his movement, he's going to kind of walk just past and through everyone, so everyone sees a fresh baby-faced Garton, except the beard, I guess, but like a brand new, like fresh skin, fresh body. Some other bits of what you might tell is that zombie orc thing from before dripping off the clothing. However, you see all these fresh wounds from Blueberry, and looks very weak and pallor, very pale. Not the Garton you stepped in the room and saw. Seems to be gradually regaining strength, and kind of quickly. But if you strike while the iron's hot, you think you might be able to just put an end to this. He seems to be working up something big. Not necessarily, it's not a spell, you don't see any components, but he's holding the staff in his hand and just uttering something under his breath.
So
go with me then.
So that movement will provoke attacks of opportunity from Blueberry and Kalen.
Well, he didn't step out of their range, unfortunately. But he's right on the edge of it, so if he does, they'll definitely get those attacks. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, he's just, I'll take you all with me then. I'll come back. You won't. Well, not until I raise you. Oh, he's like uttering under his breath outside of that and kind of leaning heavily on this staff as he's using it for something. Anyway, that brings us up to the top of this round with Kalen.
What about Lilith?
She's there for story, and she's helping. She's helping. Flanking someone to help combat. But Fhenhold is like a powerhouse, and he's the here to help with battle. Oh my gosh, from behind, yes.
Yeah.
Erwin's still floating there, free.
Nice. You do all get the sense that this is the pinnacle of this battle. He's come back, there's a chance to strike, he's looking to create and do something huge. This is like a do or die situation. So, Kalen, what would you like to do?
Oh, gosh. Attack.
Okay.
Attack.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, no, that one. That first one. I'm sure, unless has his AC changed at all, or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, that one would miss. So the first one missed.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Is
hard
there
to
flanking here?
There isn't anymore.
Not with the biggie?
I think Blueberry has flanking, but I don't think that applies to Kalen.
Does Blueberry? Does Bigby's? I guess.
No, it's an object. It's an object. It's not a.
Oh.
I looked that up in anticipation.
Oh, okay, nice. Good here.
Does a 22 hit, Dan?
Let's take a look. Where are you, Garton? It's me, Dan. 22 just hits. Garton Earthgrip.
Great, wonderful.
Zulkir, Garton Earthgrip.
All right, so that is 15 bludgeoning.
Ooh, okay.
And 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is okay, that's not very good. Oh shit. Okay, well that's only 9 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, we will take
and yeah, no, that's good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. He snarls at you a bit, flicks off some zombie guts at you and trying to get it in your face.
Doesn't even flinch.
Nice. Okay, anything else for Kaylin this round?
That's it.
Okay. Fen is going to race over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Right, monk, so he's got the 45 speed. Lilith is going to go over and flank with Fhenhold to try and take out this Deathlock Mastermind number 2. Alright, Fen, what you got? Oh, yeah, like these aren't gonna hit. Like these.
Get him.
Nice. This
They
Deathlock
can't
is-
go. They can't take that same movement to go over and hit number 3.
Nope. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, Fhenhold was busy with the other one when that was going down, so he's not sure like who's got what. He's looking at who's gonna looks worse and worse condition. Okay, that's okay. I gotta remember to do advantage to this. His third attack with his dice show set. Okay. And then at the end, he uses an unarmed palm strike. Wait, I've got to do that a second time because advantage. Just in case it's a... And it's a 20! Yeah! Nice!
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Oh, that's so exciting. It's always just in case. 2 8s on his D8. Oh, that's so great. Okay, and what does this thing have that it's not dead? Oh, it's like on death's door. He does 3 slashes with his katana, sheathes it, and or comes in under the last one, goes up, for a block, and then strikes with his palm, almost bringing this thing down.
What a shame that Garton's in the way and Kaylin probably can't see any of this.
Oh, yeah, he's way around the corner.
You can see it through his legs. I'm surprised Fen just doesn't go with his sword, and then the mastermind just falls to pieces.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Let's see. All right. No, that's not really. No. This isn't. It's not. Okay. 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Everyone else is out of range. And that's melee range, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. They are going to drink a potion of healing. Or some type of healing potion. Okay, that doesn't really do much. You see some of their wounds recover slightly. But not a lot. They've had most of their health taken out. Alright, brings us over to Deathlock Mastermind number 3 that's also holding conversation. 5, 10, 15, 20. Garrick. They are going to target you with a spell. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw? +5, thanks to Rowan.
Is this a concentration spell that they're doing?
It is not. I checked. I was like, sure, yeah.
Ooh, +5 you said?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Oh, nice. All right, does it take anything when you succeed? Or half as much damage, okay. You feel this magic take hold, and it begins to, it's going to be half of the damage rolled here, suck the moisture out of your body. Someone tried this on you earlier too, I think, and you get dehydrated, but nothing major. That's 19 points. However, isn't this half, right?
Yep.
So 10 points of necrotic damage. That's it. So Aaron, you're going to be up next here. They are going to walk back a little bit into this back corner. Aaronwyn, you're up.
I'm still paralyzed.
Oh, that's right. No, okay. End of your turn. Go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 1.
No. So, yeah, you're locked in this form, but anyone watching sees this rage building in your eyes of like,
no.
Let me out of here. I'm going to wipe everyone out there. Every enemy in this room.
And everyone's heads, Aaron screaming, someone get me free, because I can't do it.
Nice, yeah.
You guys, I have 3 rounds of fire.
Okay, so Garton's turn. He seems to be regaining some of that strength. Seems to be past.
By the way,
his...
that roll means I rolled a 0.
-1, brutal.
Well, okay, so 5 with Rowan, because Rowan's cool.
Ah, nice. That's thank goodness for Rowan's battle. He crashes down the stave into the ground, and some of the ground cracks out a bit. Oh. 5 more seconds. Spend them wisely. It's kind of coughing out some of the guts and stuff from being brought back in this other body. I know rounds are 6 seconds, but he doesn't know that, so he's just saying 5 seconds. Like that's how
he really is dumb. What's his intelligence score?
Yeah. But in preparation for next round, may I please have everyone make a wisdom saving throw?
It's 5.
+5.
Ooh. Okay.
Wisdom? Okay.
I'll go around and
How does she have
Mort 24. Okay, Rowan?
29.
Nice. If you're still there, Rain, and you rolled it.
Oh, that's a 29 because I didn't add the 5.
Oh, nice. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. I'll roll for Rain. Kaylin?
24.
Oh, Garrick?
23.
Aaron, when you can't. You can't.
12.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me do.
Even if I rolled a natural 20, I can't meet his DC.
Right. Yeah, I know. He's got a crazy town. 22 for Devon. Yeah. Blueberry. Let me make sure I add the 5. Blueberry, because this is just gonna set the stage for stakes. If 18 and then Rain. We'll get wisdom. All right, she did really nice. 29 for Rain. Okay. Whatever this is feels big. Yeah, I mean, Aaron, when you're paralyzed, but you can feel this massive, incredible arcane energy, dark, tainted, necrotic energy filling this space. I think the last time you felt something this gnarly was back in Miranda. Something big is brewing. That's it. Mort. You can see that you're in this critical time. The Garton's health is regenerating and the color's coming back to his skin, but like if this is the time to strike, like he's still weak enough, you can get this before any other antics. If you all get it in this next round, the heat is on, timer's on. Round.
We're dead. Okay. Mortal pass. No, kidding.
Mort's like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah, you know what? It was a good run.
Didn't I kill you once? Didn't I kill you already? All right, Bigby's hand with advantage clause. Thank you, Blueberry.
Mm-hmm. Nice, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
26 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
All right, 48 force. Don't let me target him. Well, yeah, make sure I got him targeted. Okay. 48 force.
Nice.
15.
Okay.
All right, and I will toss it. I have 2 motes left. I will toss the mote.
Okay.
All right, and that is with advantage because of flanking. It's an attack roll. $25.
That hits. You line this up. Things are starting to move in slow motion as you are lining up your shot. Mort, what do you want this to look like?
Ooh.
All right. Mort, again, he's going to go with a choke. But this time, with Bigby's hands, he's going to go with the choke.
Yeah.
And you see the two walls?
Yeah.
I'm going to bang him from wall to wall. Why won't you just die? Throw him on the ground and then spike the moat on top of his head.
Nice. Ooh. And the head just caves in.
Oh.
You hear a terrible crunch and some explosive singeing and magic. Oh, sorry. This is how it goes. That's Bigby's hand. And a moat of magic. Crunch.
And stay down.
Nice. And stay down Garton does. Now, you quickly glance around and you see that Deathlock Mastermind 3 has a tooth that begins to glow.
Wow.
Does this mean I'm not paralyzed anymore?
You're not yet. You're still for now, yeah, because it's still doing its thing. Anything else for Mort on this round?
Well, seeing that,
Both masterminds look very close to death.
which one is 3?
The top one.
Okay. I still have movement for Bigby's hand. So that has actually 60 feet of movement.
Okay.
So I will move Bigby's hand. Yeah, it really can't flank, so that kind of sucks. To the bottom right here. So it's the one just south of.
Okay. Excellent.
All right.
Okay.
And let me see what the range on the moat is, just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm within range for the next turn.
40 feet from you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Sure
moat's
what
no
range
problem.
is. Okay, good.
It's,
Good.
it's 120 feet. So, for the moat.
Nice.
So I got one moat left and Bigby's hand. Okay.
Okay. Anything else for
Nope.
for you?
That's
Mort?
it.
Okay. Between your turn and Rowan's, Lilith is going to do like her actual action and just make her attacks on Deathlock Mastermind 2. Oh my gosh, she's a boss. Okay.
Get him, Lilith.
She just, well, she goes to do 3 attacks. She does not have to do them all because jeez, yeah, okay. Her first attack is her like drawing the weapon out. It's a like a hatchet almost, striking this creature, and then comes in for like the actual like real hard attack. Again, like on their face, just kind of cracks their face open like an egg.
Nice.
And kills Mastermind number 2. Rowan, it is your turn. You see the scene with Garton crushed here. You know there's nothing else in the back. It is the sole Deathlock Mastermind number 3 holding 2 of your newfound compatriots and paralysis.
Aaron, when you're 10 feet in the air or you're less, are you reachable from the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, you would have fallen anyway. I guess you're paralyzed. So
Yeah, you're paralyzed, so you would have. Well, plus the ceiling wasn't that high. You said it was only like a foot over our heads.
Okay.
The
Rowan
fire's dying
will
out too.
Spend 20 of their movement to get next to Aaronwyn, lay a hand on them, and use Cleansing Touch to end the spell effect of that's paralyzing them.
Nice. You're free.
It's are the best.
Then use my final 10 movement to get a little further away. And then I can't get all the way there, but Rowan will do another Misty Step to get closer at least.
Okay.
Misty Step is only 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet.
Nice.
Actually, if it's gonna be 30 feet, let's stop here.
Okay.
On the table. Rowan, because they misty stepped again, glowing bright silver, holding their shield and rapier up, will call on Sune and point out the final mastermind and say, with Sune's grace, this ends here. That would be Rowan's turn.
Okay, sorry. Beautiful. All right. Devanya is locked in her thing, right?
Thought you saved last round.
Did you save? Okay, good. Let's see. So I just want to rework this because Melissa's not here. Devanya is going to take a moment and what does she have? She's going to. Please tell me you've got the healing. First or second level. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah. I
That
agree.
That was what I was thinking. You've mentioned that she's still got a 7th level, right?
She does.
You've been saving a 7th for her.
Yes. So
Can't think of a better time.
So I'm going to tweak it a bit because we're all here. So I'm going to have her do... whoever can use mage armor, I guess it's not really going to matter. Who here could use it that doesn't have it? That's like no armor, and if you have
Mort hasn't used mage armor yet.
Okay, so because I'm pretty sure it's not just Salvus touch. She's gonna walk. She's already next to you. She reaches over Mort and gives you mage armor.
All right.
And because we're in this part of the battle, I'm just gonna have it be low key because right here. Rain's away. Rain's gonna do some healing, which I'll even roll in a bit because we don't necessarily. Need that. But everyone's gonna get some healing, which I'll roll. It will bring it to Garrick, because you're, here, Garrick. What does Garrick like to do? This Deathlock gets like a oh I'm fucked to kind of look in their eyes like Garrick like gloating that.
Nice.
Yeah, let's just go for it. So that is going to... Oh, man. It's a critical fail on the first one.
Oh.
You got this. You got this.
27 to hit on the second one, and the third one is also a critical fail.
Oh, no. Okay, it all comes down. This thing's looking really hurt.
15 points of damage.
Garrick, how would you like this to end? The last one here. The fading, the glow fades from the necklace. This is you put this creature to rest.
Yeah, Garrick's getting kind of tired, so he's probably just like breathing heavily. And then on the shot that does hit, he just remembers to exhale, and then lines it up and
Sweet.
Nice.
takes a shot.
Like you're shooting right into the the face of this like oh shit mastermind, and right through the occipital lobe and kind of hitting it to the wall through the eye, the bolt, and slowly it leans down and slumps off of the bolt, pulling back through the back of the head and dropping down. The glow from the crystal fang fading. All remnants of Garton Earthgrip, Zulkir Garton Earthgrip, and his entourage here. Gone. That huge presence of necrotic energy as it dissipates. Everyone's released from their paralysis, whoever's left, if anyone. And you have all overcome the challenge of facing off against one of the much more nasty Zulkirs below Ythazz.
Nice.
Very.
Mort's gonna He's going to run around between both rooms and then look at Kaylin and go, "Is it over? Is it over? Is it another one?"
I will give just a few moments because I want to wrap up. It's late and everyone's stayed. To Kaylin, if you want to have a moment to just put out there, what you've experienced on the other side of the portal. If you don't want to do that till next week, we can wait. But if
Yeah, I might wait until next week to do that. Yeah.
Fhenhold rushes past everyone, giving like taps on shoulders, like checking to make sure people are, alive and in one piece, because he knows everyone's hurt. But just rushes up to scoop up Jacera. And I'm sorry. Like he hears your, feels like your torso.
Oh yeah.
This is it. Yeah. Looks around at everyone.
That's it.
All right. Lilith and I are going to go back and finish clearing the hallways, everything back up. Back up to the first floor. Is this really it? This is we're good, right? Just tell me we're done with Garton.
I think we're done with Garton. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna assemble everyone. Iron Cragknuckle. We found him, but he was already turned into a zombie. Unfortunately, we have not been able to find Terranoi Blackbrand yet, but the search continues. No, I'm sorry, that was the other person. Terranoi's lost. He was defending the last pinch point between the 5th floor before it had been overtaken. He held the line, though, to his very last breath, to ensure dozens of others were able to safely make it up to the next floor.
When he says that, Aaron Wind stops glowing and just keels over. It just collapses.
As soon as we can spare healers, I'll send some healers in.
I'm fine.
Right, but I don't want this. We'll go, Lilith. And she looks over like, yes, let's rally the troops.
Is everyone alive? Is everyone alive?
Yeah.
Yep. Barely, but we're there.
I'm gonna sleep.
It's Blueberry. And with that, this sense of peace, the hope that Lilith and Fhenhold can go back and help forces clear everything else, the minimal forces that are left here, right? Things appear to be all set. You have a definite and clear sense, just to not leave anything out in the, up in the air, that Zulkir Garton Earthgrip is done for. You have tackled this successfully. Live to see another day. Well done, everybody. Really well done.
God, Lord.
Long battle.
That was
3 sessions.
Yep. Intense.
9-hour marathon.
Oh my gosh.
More than 9, probably.
Probably, yeah. I think there was a touch that we started one before, or maybe that was the
Doctor
first one.
Who? 3 regenerations?
He's planned. He's got a lot of this back to life, temporary life, all sorts of things he's got going on. Well done. You overcame this in beautiful fashion, the counterspell mechanics.
Oh my gosh. 6 counter spells in one turn.
I love that happened. I was not prepared for it. Like, I knew that they were going to be there, but not like the whole chain of things. Like, that's amazing.
Counterspell.
I counterspell.
Counter.
Oh.
You get a counterspell and you get a counterspell.
Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Let's check a few things out. That's okay. All right. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's still not quite back in the swing of things here. So for anyone that's new tonight, you've been watching Stormfall. It's our Friday night D&D campaign. Every Friday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to bring up our schedule. We have a boatload of D&D, as you can see here. I'll just give you a minute to take it all in. Every single night, except for Thursday, we stream D&D, and twice on Saturday. Mostly in the 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot, and 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday evenings. We've got some other shows here. We're changing our daytime schedule up in the week, so I'll just say keep an eye. Consider giving us a follow so you can stay up to date on what we've got going on with all that. We have a Patreon if you're looking to support us in a monetary way. Of course, we love your support anyway, form or fashion, monetary or otherwise. Twitch is amazing too. Patreon just lets us give you a little bit more, and a little more goes to us. So we like to hype the Patreon option. Players amazing. Let's so viewers, please consider giving a round of applause to our players that had a marathon.
Thank you, Dan.
fight.
It was a good battle.
Oh my gosh, you're very welcome. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. It feels very appropriate for like Endgame and Garton. You got Garton. You've overcome these Zulkirs so far in a number of different ways. I mean, Delorna with Kraken, Mrixie. Just so many different levels of things here. So amazing. All right, with that, we'll wrap up. We're gonna raid Miss Magitech tonight. Nice. Please consider giving a Caw-Caw Badbird raid as we head over there for support and branding. Hey, Daniel. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here for it. Nice. We'll catch you all again soon. Tune in next week to Stormfall and see what happens as Kaylin tells everyone about the keep and everyone figures out what to do next.
And we all level up.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.